Bust down Pantheonas. What's going on? Happy Thursday. Damn, Arby's cup out of the way.
Step out the way, yo. Step out the way, yo. Back of the bus just got dropped.
Ugh. Damn. There it is. I was about to say I grabbed my brush. Grab it.
Okay. Can't start without the brush.
Eugene Johnson. What up? Scream 7 was good.
Boycott.
I'm about to say
Free Palestine. They fired Melissa Barrera over her position. Jenna Ortega says, I don't want to be part of Scream 7. So they went ahead and got other cast members to do Scream 7.
Start it up. Netflix pulled their WB offer. We would definitely be talking about that one.
Yeah, it's so performative. It has the same thing to do with Scream 7. This is all Israel. They were never not going to be on the same page and transfer the company to another person who supports that state. It was always going to end up.
I know that today's events kind of reinforces. What's up, Johnny? Reinforces your original thought. I have a different perspective hearing what Sarando said about it, like what their official statement was on it. But we'll break it down. We'll talk about it. Yeah, what up? Quasimodo, Lawrence, what's going on?
The ID verification being pushed? I don't know what you mean. What ID?
I don't know.
Things like you got to take a photo on Facebook, like that kind of stuff.
That's crazy.
But I feel like that's huge. Like the ID verification thing is no, it's not. It's not. You know why? Because a lot of you asses, a lot of you people, when 2021 said, "Oh, here's a brand new drug without long-term research of what it does to you, but I want to really see this movie. I want to really go to the restaurant. I want to go to the gym. Okay, I'll take it and the booster." And so, like, you guys are willing to sacrifice for your enjoyment. You'll sacrifice freedoms and health over that. So I don't know. I feel like they will be successful in these ID program, if that's what you're talking about. All sites will require ID, credit card or face ID. Yeah, that's crazy. I will stop YouTubing, I think. Not I think. I know I won't. I'll just make money some other way. Maybe they'll let you post YouTube videos, but you don't get money. I don't know.
The reason why I feel like, so multiple things on that one. The only reason why they would want to do that is for surveillance, right? Obviously, they would want to map out everybody, where you're going, what you're supporting, what you're watching. But they already have that capability. Like, they don't literally need you to raise your hand and say, hey, I'm Marcus from Columbus, and this is what I support, and this is what I watch, and this is who I'm talking to. They already have all that shit. Like, if we're we're kind of past, the point of any type of real privacy protections.
Oh, he says it's supposed to protect people under 18. That's how they all start. You know how many of these after 9/11, oh my God, it's supposed to protect us from planes and all that stuff.
Like, I'm not giving my driver's license and and that type of information to PlayStation Network. I'm not. How many times have you shown to be not a credible place? Like, my credit card alone is at risk of being ravished on the black market or wherever they
that's
sell.
What they're saying. We're not credible. We need your credit. That's what they're trying to explain.
No, hell no, fuck no. And then you're right. It goes under the guise of parental controls and we need age verifications and shit like that. Like, I'm not giving you, like, they're already in our data, like they're already getting it, but like I don't want to make it easier. I don't want to just lay down. I'll just go without. I'll go without.
Let's make it illegal for you to be over here doing all this stuff.
Right.
Let's make leaks need to happen, which has happened with PlayStation and Sony. But people will be willing to do it, and I know people, man. Good mini topic. Thank you for bringing that to the attention of us, Lawrence.
Sure.
Johnny says it's because of AI and bots accounts. They're trying to stop bots accounts online. No, it's not.
I was about to say, because a lot of the companies run the bot accounts. How many bot accounts do you think Disney has online on all these social media sites?
Oh,
so millions. They don't want that gone because that's their way of garnering public support. It's not like they're actually working for it through their creative work anymore.
Yeah, it's how they engage the people who are supposed to be customers.
Mhm.
WWE does it too. The way that they monitor the Squared Circle subreddit and try to make their stuff more popping than AEW or whatever other company, they try to do that.
It goes beyond just engaging. Engaging is smart, right? Like that's marketing. It goes where you are trying to hurt the sentiment that it becomes dishonest and a little bit nefarious. All right, when you're adding in seemingly, just alternate thoughts into the discussion, and it comes out that a quarter of that faction isn't real people. It's like, all right, well, we kind of see what you're doing here. It's easy to drum up support when there's a lot of people talking about it, and if you got a lot of people to push your narrative, then you'll get some support online. It's not rocket science, but yeah, no, I don't think that they necessarily want the bots gone. Most of Twitter is bots.
VPNs will make a killing. You know who's going to succeed in this? The next Chinese company, the next TikTok, the next video platform that doesn't have these
The
dystopian things.
verifications. Yeah, VPNs are kind of pointless. Like for me, the people that I would want out of my stuff, a VPN is not going to cut it. It's just not. DuckDuckGoose is not going to keep Palantir out of your shit. So,
DuckDuckGo.
DuckDuckGo, there you go.
We jump to Bleeding Cool for our first story. A better look at Marvel Comics' new Wonder Man, Vin Lerner.
I'm sorry, so they renamed him? He's not Simon?
That's not they renamed him. It's a brand new guy. Marvel introduces Vin Lerner as the new Black Wonder. Why is Black with a capital B? Maybe it is.
It's Black History Month.
Yeah. Debuting in Reborn Ultimate Impact #1. Origin boxes from the Ultimate Universe spark the creation of unique heroes and villains in 616 Marvel. Hostile Cuss, a Hulk-like foe from the Negative Zone, joins Marvel's expanding superhero roster. The update echoes MCU casting choices, aligning comic characters with their film counterparts. As broken out as Comics Pro last week, Bleeding Cool reported sorry, let me pause that. Do you know what Comics Pro is? It is the retailers convention. It is the annual, this is what we're doing in the comic book space. Con. It's CinemaCon.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm good on that. I made the face when he was saying that they're putting synergy with the on-screen counterpart. I was like, is it synergy if they're two different people? I'm so confused. I don't. Anyways, do your thing. Why was he not Vin Lerner on TV in the Disney Plus show? Why was he not Vin Lerner instead of Simon Williams?
Right, because they're playing catch up, but also playing. What's the opposite of catch up? It's bizarre. They're playing up catch and catch up.
And he
says, "Yeah, I'm gonna just get more Black Indies, dog." You know what I'm gonna click on next. You know I'm going to Stranger Comics right after this. Yes.
Yeah, I Killmonger haircut, the speak of synergy, even though we're giving them a completely different name here in the comics. It's almost like they know comic book fans are not going to stand for Black Simon Williams. So we'll do the real thing here, but all that TV stuff is up to Feige. Maybe. I'm spitballing.
And then the comic gets debuting and it's called Reborn Ultimate Impact. All right. Can you please, Kevin, and everyone who's in charge, this character right here who's on screen, please put him in an ongoing comic book. #1, he's the lead. Let's see how it performs, please. I want to see it. I want to see it flop.
T. Robinson, what up? Yeah, man, I'm this approach seems very confused. Like the comic book creators are speaking synergy, and they have an exciting new character that they want to show, and TV kind of just swapped it and put it in the form of the character that they wanted them to be. There is no synergy, right? Like they're two completely different people. Again, we have to retire this haircut. If there was one thing that came out of Black Panther that was more detrimental than anything else that could have ever happened, it was that fucking haircut. It is seized non-Black artists' minds, and I mean from comic books to video games. It has seized their consciousness. When they see a black person, they see this haircut. We need to rip it out of their minds. I am so tired of seeing this fucking cut on every black character in comic books or video games or wherever, television shows. It's gonna make me throw up. Tired of it. Cut that shit off.
Let's jump to this super chat that just popped in. Lawrence, $2. Why they give him the Killmonger hair?
Man,
Stefano Caselli did it. I don't know who designed the character. I can tell you he did the cover, but whoever decided that this should be his haircut was I don't know, and wasn't thinking.
Shame on you, bro.
It's very on you. Also very tone deaf to even create the character, because it's almost like you're learning the wrong lessons. I know I've said, and I think I can remember Darius saying too, that who cares about Simon Williams? He's not white. You read a comic book, he's gonna be he's not black. Your comic is gonna be white all over again. So they're like, you know what we'll do? We'll just make a new character called Vin Lerner, and he's black now. Got it? It's like, no, man, that's not gonna work out. Let's focus on the black characters who are been around 60 years and are not selling right now. Let's try to get Storm and Black Panther ongoing comic books to issue 13, 14, 15 before we start going, oh, you know what'll work? This guy here, Vin Lerner. Right, guys? Eat it up. Like, how it's so Gavin Newsom. You know, my SAT scores were bad too. It's not understanding.
Yeah, I want them to be free of this arc. I know you're kind of broadening the discussion. I have to lean on the hair, because the hair shows you how suspended in animation they are about black characters, right? Like their idea of how to do a successful story for a black character is suspended in time around that, whatever that is. And so that it has to transfer over to the storytelling. It has to. Like, if that is the best we can do in terms of presentation in 2026 for a black character, I could only assume it is only natural to assume that there's probably going to be something equally annoying in the storytelling. But you know, I give everybody a chance. You know, I'm not telling you not to go pick up an issue and at least see if it's worthwhile, but it's discouraging. It really is, man.
This is crazy. I just got message from my source at Marvel. I do have a source at Marvel. He says it was going to be a fade, but then because of the Miles by Odin's fade, we're not allowed to do fades anymore, he said. So that's why they have to go and do the Killmonger.
Are you fucking with me right now? Or are you actually looking at a person?
That was my source. My source reached out to me midstream. He was like, "Hey, Killmonger, let it be known. Fades are off. We learned the wrong lessons here.
Fades are racist." Okay. Yeah, no. It wasn't the haircut. That was the racist part.
Do you hate the Killmonger hairstyle, or do you hate seeing it? If you see someone in real life, do you go, "You're a villain"? Like, what do you do?
No, I mean, I guess if you got it in real life, you're an actual person. I hate, because then it's your choice to do it. I hate that, like, they just see Killmonger haircuts when they walk outside and see black people. That's all they see. It don't matter if you're a mom, a grandma, a young boy. They just see the fucking middle dreads faded out sides. That's what they see.
Marcus, facts. This cut is running rapid like the Boozy fade.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I'd rather them have us out there running around in Gumbies than to be seeing that haircut again.
They did. They made it a mantle. They gave it to a black dude. I'd rather a fade than that mess on his head. Mike, Rogue Comics, go shop at Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Feel about
Rogue Comics says, how'd y'all feel about the Luke Cage redesign for the Ultimate Universe?
I haven't seen it.
With the chain, yeah, I didn't care for it. It's like when the Ultimate Universe came to an end, I knew it was coming to an end. I stopped caring from the little I already cared about it. So it is what it is.
He was just wearing chains.
Yeah, they released it in February. Like, he debuted in the Ultimate Universe in February.
They released Luke Cage in chains in February.
It was another book called The Ultimates, but he was on the cover
in chains during Black History Month. My goodness.
Yeah. Oh. It is lazy, says Pam. Oscar says, Wait, what's Oscar's picture? First of all, what is it? Is it Batman or Moon Knight?
It's a moon, I think. Moon.
Yeah, with an eclipse. Let us know, Oscar. They did this with Miles. All that's left is for Brother Voodoo to join the picture.
Not slave. They were slave chains. They were shackles. Good God. We gotta storm the office, man. We gotta storm the office. I'm telling y'all,
gentlemen and ladies, there is actual good comic books news that happens in the world. There are a lot in Moon Knight. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it would be Moon Knight because it got the moon. There's nice things happening. Sebastian Jones over at Stranger Comics has made a deal with Viola Davis and what was the studio? I forget the studio, but they're going to be adapting a comic book, The Untamed, into a live action television, a live action film, and they're going to be doing an animated series, and it's a black comic book character. I'm gonna pull up the article in a second. I thought I had it earlier. You can talk.
I was trying to find the link you had sent it to me. I was trying to pull it up here.
Got it on Hollywood Reporter right now. Copy and paste. Yep. All right, I'm dead ass excited. There's a lot of things that piss me off in our entertainment space. This is not one of them. No, why do I got ad block? Hold on. Continue without supporting. All right, we're good.
Homeworld Entertainment. Does that sound familiar?
Homeworld Entertainment? No.
Mm-hmm. In Stranger Comics.
I know what it says
in the paragraph. Okay, you got it. We got the same article up. That's what I was literally reading the byline right there.
Okay, I'll read the article and we'll stop. But we're reading the whole thing because this is the shit we're talking about. This is the promised land. This is why you talk about these independent comics so that one day they can garner enough cachet where we can do a project with Viola Davis is attaching herself to. It's well budgeted. It's gonna like represent and be widespread. Also, it's kind of why I really love what Ianu is doing. Also, from the comic book space, there's a few, and you can buy this comic book at your shops now. You can go and say, "Hey, comic book shop, Lunar is starting to distribute The Untamed from Stranger Comics." And you can do that. Go to Stranger Comics' website also for more information on that. I'm gonna go to it when we're done this. Remind me to.
Also hope everybody went and picked up their copy of the Dakota verse, the retelling of that story this week. You know, they got a challenge to get to 100,000 copies. So I seen some reposts, some people picking up multiple copies. Seems like there was some enthusiasm. So let's keep that going.
Yeah, I'm starting to see go ahead.
No, you finish. But
just to add on that I'm seeing so much of it. Obviously, it's my own window, my own echo chamber of Milestone fans. But I'm starting to see so many things retweeted and liked, and there is a chance that a second printing could be forced. That obviously doesn't mean 100,000 units will be sold. It's just like nice to know that with enough gusto this time, we might be able to enact some sort of result. If DC wants to budge and admit, okay, fine, we'll do another printing of it. Enough comic shops are asking for issues and we don't have enough supply anymore. Well, still, I maintain a sellout is never good news. A sellout means your comic book didn't pre-order enough because you, the audience, didn't speak to the shops in droves and place orders enough for them to make more comic books 3 months ago or sometimes 1 month ago. In this case, I think the FOC was February 2nd, and that's for a comic book coming on February 25.
So to add to the bucket of new projects, new independent projects, I don't know if we can consider it independent anymore because they just got a very large funder and producer. But there's a project that's been being worked on. I kind of been following them on social media. It's a project called Captain Zero. And they actually had they cast it a little while ago. They casted Keith David. I think he's going to play the narrator of the story. It's an animated flick called Captain Zero. Black creator, black hero. It's being produced right now by Whoopi Goldberg. She just picked it up. Her and whatever production company she's either owns or working with or whatever. But yeah, they just picked it up, and I remember seeing a clip from it a couple years ago, and I was like, damn, this is pretty good animation to be independent. And they just kind of been getting their word out there, creating more and more of the project. And it seems like they attracted a pretty large funder. So congratulations to Captain Zero, and I'll definitely be looking to hear Keith David's voice all over that production for sure. Oh, there you go. Is she talking about it?
You see, anything you say.
I can't hear you. You muted. You're muted. What the hell were we watching? What was that? We have some technical difficulties. Let's see what we're talking about in the chat. January 6th. Oh, y'all went off the rails. Any of you heard of the Harriet Tubman comic book? Interesting. No, his cape gonna have a split with the Haitian flag and American flag. I don't even know what we're talking about there. Y'all are completely off from me, but we do got another super chat. So let's see what we got going.
Sorry. Do you hear me nice?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, good.
About to run this super real fast.
Doing all these shows, I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. Bad little fire, she been on my mind.
He had the Killmonger haircut too, actually.
Do you support Jonathan Majors deciding to work with Ben Shapiro, or is he a seller? That's another topic.
You'll read the title, Lawrence. Oh my god,
another topic.
You'll get your answer.
There's another topic.
Yeah, you'll get your answer. I'll just I don't know. I'll table this one, but thank you for the $5. I don't want to get into it now because I don't know.
And I see your last 5. We'll get to that one for sure. I haven't forgot about you. Go ahead, Chill.
No, I'm done. I'm just saying, like, this is too early. I'm still trying to put some.
No, I'm about to read the article. Didn't you want to read the article?
Okay, let's read the article. Get rid of that thing. Viola Davis tackling adaptation of Afro fantasy graphic novel The Untamed. Exclusive. The EGOT winner, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony, and her partner Juvi Productions, Julius Tenon, will produce the fantasy revenge epic alongside Homeworld Entertainment and Stranger Comics. Viola and Julius Tenons is bringing Afro fantasy graphic novel The Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer to the big screen. Juvi has teamed up with Simon Swart and Andrew Cosby of Homeworld Entertainment. I never heard of Homeworld Entertainment. Have you heard of that studio?
I have never.
I just hope the budget's going to be there. To tackle an adaptation of the revenge fantasy indie franchise created by Sebastian Jones. If you guys ever watch Black Comic Lords, Sebastian Jones is often there. He's the guy he's British, but he lives in LA right now, and he goes to every freaking convention, and he's good at marketing. Like Stan Lee, Stan Lee is good at marketing, and Marvel wouldn't be it without Stan Lee. Yeah, Stranger Comics has their own little Stan Lee over there. Sebastian Jones has been running the fantasy franchise for the last 10 years via his Stranger Comics. Will outline the script and direct the adaptation. Pause there. That's big. I need to know what else you've directed in your life. I'm okay with you being part of the script, as I am with Children of Blood and Bone, having the same author as a consulting producer. I get that. So definitely be part of the script. You're directing. Did you go to school for that? I don't know. Maybe if the answer is yes, I'm fine with it. But that's worrisome.
I mean, so what do we talk about most of the time when we want to see like good adaptations? We want it to be true to the source. So at least from a starting place, we can say that whatever it's supposed to be, that we will see it on the screen. We won't have to worry about losing things in the crossover of the adaptation. I think where maybe some of your concern is like large scale delivery, like how does it play to the broader audiences? I don't think a project like this is going to be able to survive off of name recognition anyways, because it's not a known commodity. It has a fan base, I would assume, since Viola Davis attached herself to it, but it's not. I don't think it's a generally known. Probably y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. If I know about this IP more than I do, but it doesn't seem like it's something that has very broad crossover appeal right now. So, does it hurt you to have a no-name director who just so happens to be the steward of the IP? Only if it goes terribly. Like only if it goes bad. It's kind of hard to tell if it will now. But I think the fact that it's not well known gives it a little bit of space. It gives it a little bit of wiggle room to kind of do what they need to do. The expectations aren't so high. If they would have cast Antoine Fuqua, or excuse me, if they would have got Antoine Fuqua to make this, the expectations would have shot through the roof immediately. This kind of allows you go out there, make 300, 400 million in your first movie, and maybe it won't be over with because everybody had low expectations to begin with.
300 million would be absolutely amazing.
It'd be good.
I don't think Homeworld Entertainment gives much of a big budget. Woman King only did what, 50 million? Like that's Viola Davis's last big movie she was part
I
of.
didn't realize it did less than 100 million.
Somebody fact check me on that if I'm right or not. But
I was say that's a bomb.
Yeah. Maybe the budget was 50. The budget was 50 million. I'm wrong. The budget was 50 million. Yeah. Anyways, someone fact check me. I think it was 75. Who cares? Back to this article. So yeah, we just see it way differently. If this guy has no experience at directing, terrible move. Sebastian Jones direct the adaptation. Davis, Tennant, Swart, and Cosby will act as producers on the project. Set in the film fantasy world of Asunda, the Untamed follows a character known simply as the Stranger, who returns to the lawless town of Oasis. Pause right there. So many names just get thrown at me. The world is called Asunda. The book is called The Untamed. The main character is the Stranger. They're in the town of Oasis. We gotta realize like this casual audience are not just like ready to jump into a big world where we gotta learn all the names and all the places.
This is the Hollywood Reporter. This is not the people who are making the movie. You can't stop the Hollywood Reporter from writing an article. You know, this is their description of it.
I'm not mad at the article, and I'm not mad at Hollywood Reporter for reporting this. I'm more so mad at the guy who created this fiction, who decided that the book is called something different than what the publishing company is called, and the publishing company is called something different than we got the land of Oasis. Sorry, the town is called Oasis. The land is called Asunda. There's just so much to throw at me.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't think it differs all that much from Wakanda. I mean, you have Africa, and then there's Wakanda within Africa, and then there's the Crown City within Wakanda. It's lore, right? It's the stuff that the people that they want to obsess about this product or this movie. That's the stuff that they're going to want to attach to. That's the stuff that they're going to want to spin off to make TV shows about, and sequel movies and prequel movies. Is those little details that build out the world. We can't take that part of it away from them just because it may be complicated. People follow complicated stuff when they like it. They'll follow all different type of planets and galaxies and systems and shit in Lucasfilm, right? Because they're interested in the IP. They got generally interested in what was going on there, and so they built the knowledge out. We can't stamp it out, you know, just because it's early. That you got to plan ahead, right? You can't do that stuff on the fly.
If the world is called Asunda, then call it Asunda Comics. Easy. You know what? The main character of Naruto was called Naruto. The publishing company called Naruto. When finally he gets older, they call the series Boruto.
Is this the name of the book or just the publishing company for the book?
That's the question is my problem. Okay. You should already know.
I mean, this is my first time hearing about this stuff, other than when you sent me it the other day. So I don't know much about them. So
I hope my venting helps me remember that Oasis is the name of the city, Asunda is the name of the place, the world that they live in, and we got a stranger. So under an unholy deal he made, he has 7 days to collect the 7 souls responsible for the murder of his wife and child, or there will be hell to pay. But when he crosses paths with a young orphan named Niobe, his quest for vengeance may become a path to redemption. Now, I know who Niobe is. Niobe is the girl over here on the right side there. Anyone think that looks like Amandla Stenberg? She's been
S-
associated.
that character's a little darker, but I mean, I could see her playing that character.
Yeah.
She's already got Children of the Blood and Bone, though. So does she want to be? Well, I mean, shit, I would be in 2 black fantasy projects, but then again, how do those characters, are they similar? Or is there overlap in some of the characteristics there? Maybe she
In
doesn't
this,
want to
she's
get
the main
pigeonholed
character.
as a fantasy actor.
In this, Niobe is the main character, and she's already been attached to Stranger Comics from like before she got the job on Children of Blood and Bone.
Oh, okay. Got you.
No. Go back to NYC. He said, "Oh wait, this is from the Niobe? What am I talking about? That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
You got to
Call the whole
give
franchise the Niobe
you
franchise.
gotta give it air for people to kind of make their own thing of it. That wouldn't existed if he hadn't wrote it. If he hadn't wrote it the way he wrote it, then that wouldn't exist.
You're not Star Wars and you're not Marvel. You're not this huge thing. You already have people invested in, and we're
they'll
adding
never
to it.
be if
You're
you keep trying to
creating from
stamp them out at
scratch.
what they're now. No. And George Lucas didn't create from scratch.
George Lucas
Marvel
created from
wasn't
scratch.
at one point created from scratch. Like they had their track too. They got to build up.
I got you. I hear you. Seventh Fantasy World of Sunda. He was 7 days to collect the souls. But when he crosses paths with a young orphan named Niobe, his quest for vengeance may become a path to redemption. While not a known quantity by those who frequent comic shops, Sebastian Jones's Untamed has grown into an indie hit thanks to direct-to-fans outreach such as successful Kickstarter campaigns and a constant growing and popular presence at comic conventions. That is true. That's not hyperbole. He's killing it with Kickstarter, always meeting his goals, and he's a presence in conventions. Since 2015, there have been 8 campaigns set in the Asunda world, totaling 600K, with the last round raising over 100K. The fantasy worlds are a blend of medieval European history and African history and settings. With the works of J.R.R. Tolkien being an influence, Jones runs the company with Daryl May and Joshua Kozine. My goal has always...
I was just gonna say he's got good historical references. Pulling inspiration from Tolkien. It's not bad.
My goal has always been to create a poetic and cinematic drama wrapped up in a badass vengeance tale with the world at stake, said Jones in a statement. For the setting, imagine the mood of a spaghetti western or a Kurosawa epic set in a beautiful and dangerous fantasy landscape. That's what I want. I don't want to see any thematic tropes. I don't want any of the negativity. Just give me something historical in the past. So they got cool dresses and the men will probably be wielding swords and all that good stuff. Kurosawa, spaghetti western, except the continent is different. That's all I'm looking for. Having Davis involved is a full circle moment for Sebastian Jones, as the EGOT winner wrote the foreword to his original Niobe She Is Life graphic novel. In a statement, Viola Davis and Tennant said, "When Sebastian shared this incredible narrative with us over 10 years ago, we knew then that the inclusive fantasy world of Asunda would resonate with audiences on a global scale. We believe that everyone is ready for a hero like Niobe, a badass black woman whom Sebastian has brilliantly crafted to storm the world." Viola Davis is behind it. For 10 years, they've been talking
Viola Davis. Tolkien is a racist?
He's like a 7-year-old white man.
I will just be unaware. I've only ever seen Game of Thrones. Well, I mean, there ain't no black people in Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
Oh, that's Tolkien. I'm thinking of George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, no, that's Game of Thrones guy.
Niobe was first introduced alongside the stranger in The Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer, written by Jones with art by Peter Barcheg and Daryl May. It covers the concept by Hyung Tuk Yum. Davis is already familiar with the comic world thanks to playing shady government agency director Amanda Waller in DC movies and shows as the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. She last starred in last year's Amazon MGM movie G20, which she and Tennant acted as producers. Did you watch that?
Which one?
The action movie G20.
Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Homeworld is a global IP incubator founded by Swart and Cosby, as well as Mike Aikida, Ty Truesdale, and Nick Rathod. It focus ranges from anime and manga to film and TV. And here is the Untamed Killing Floor. That is Niobe down there. Issue 1 is available. So I'm going to go to Stranger Comics' website in a second and show you the reading order of these guys. Reading order of Asunda. First, you read The Untamed. It takes place when Niobe is a teenager. Then you read the Niobe series. Niobe's coming of age as she transitions from an idealistic young savior to a hardened hero. Then you read Dusu, which tells the story of Niobe's tribe and family. Erathun is where we begin the tale of Niobe as an adult in a team book. So it's all in order. If you want to, here where are we? Retailers, no, distribution catalogs. I think it's here. If you go to the Lunar distributions and go to page 644, you'll be able to see on page 644 where you can pre-order your comic book. And the FOC is probably a month from now, so we got time. Next time you're at your shops, just tell them, I want to read The Untamed, because as we read, that's the first one in the order where Niobe is the youngest. Oh, here we go. It was 644, right?
Mm-hmm.
644. I'm at 639. This is taking forever. It's frozen. If it's not going to cooperate, it's cooperating again. There we go. Stranger Comics. They've got a presence in the Lunar catalog. You know what to do. If you want to read what Defiant is all about, if you want to read what you got cover A, get all these things. This is them promoting. They're back in the shops. They haven't been in shops for a long time because they've been killing it with direct to consumer. I'm very behind this. It's a success story. It's a black character. That looks like Amanda Stenberg now, doesn't it?
That does, yeah.
And let us be supporters of The Untamed. I am going to have it in my hands. It has been pulled. Same way I say, hey, anything milestone I want. I think I'll start with just one. I'll start with The Untamed, but I think I'm going to be a Stranger Comics supporter. They're doing the work of coming to my shop. So good on them. Yes. Now, after this story, there's a whole bunch of things I'm mad at, and every franchise is letting me down. But this story got me up in the morning, man. It was like, yes, today's Thursday. Finally, we get to bring it up on Pantheon. Viola Davis is doing her thing. Sebastian is winning. He's culminating in this live action movie that's crazy. So let's do it. Let's get behind it. There's lots of great things happening in entertainment. And Trick Williams is going to be the champion tomorrow, too.
Whoop that trick. Hell no. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I just love it, man. Shout out to Ryan Ward. Shout out to him, man. Shout out
Did
to
I
him.
tell you about Ryan Ward last time?
No, I seen a story about him. The PWI. Is that the publication that breaks this stuff?
They're a publication, yeah. Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
So I saw that they were reported that he had taken over the creative direction of Raw and SmackDown. And so I immediately thought of the most recent call-ups from NXT and how they've been being pushed lately on Raw and SmackDown, and how they've kind of adjusted what seemed like they were going to do going into WrestleMania here coming up a little bit. It was that simple. It was just that simple. Like, get some of them young, high-flying stars you got in the developmental joint, get them on the main roster to inject some fuel into this thing, man. It was fucking Gunther, Vision, and Tiffy time every fucking week, and it was getting old. It was getting very old. Lash Legend is a breath of fresh air in the women's division. Trick Williams is so far over that they're gonna have to they forced it. The fans forced Trick Williams into the position he's in right now because they were so enthusiastic from the time that he debuted all the way through now. And then with Javon Evans, I think is the sleeper of the entire group. I think he could even be bigger than Obafemi because he's a high flyer and he's 6'5". He's big like they want him to be, and he can do just about anything in the ring. So I love it. I love it. Never let you forget though. Booker T said none of those people were on the roster.
He's not an intellectual. You know, when he was in school, they asked him what 2 + 2 was, and he was like, Thomas Jefferson, sucker. Like, he was never a guy.
I just didn't like it. It just rings in my ear now because the only thing they needed was an opportunity, and now all of a sudden the floodgates then opened. It's all of the young pipeline just feels like it's a bunch of black talented players coming in, and it's like, oh, but I thought if I had to listen to Mr. T said, well, I just don't see the talent for the black wrestlers anymore.
The Rock said this to him on SmackDown, and Shane was in the ring. It was a small school bus. So I'm just quoting what he said to him in 2001.
It would have been acceptable even if the Great One didn't say it.
Before their main event match for the WCW title at SummerSlam, which is the only time, which is this first time that we had 2 black people in the main event, because Mercedes, Sasha Banks, and Bianca Belair did it also.
Belair. Yep.
So Ryan Ward is someone who's been with them multiple years. He used to be in the NXT during that black and gold epic era where Mercedes got the NXT championship off of Charlotte. He was in charge, and around maybe 2017, 2016, he became on TV. Like, he got called up, and he's always been a writer there, maintained his job for a very long time. I saw him at one of the shows too, where he was just, it was during the, like, probably middle of the 3-hour Raw, and he was just walking amongst like the stands. Maybe he's analyzing fan behavior or whatnot, but I'm like, Ryan, he didn't look at me. I'm like, Ryan Ward, he didn't look over. He's far enough where it was okay that he didn't hear me, but he's been a staple. Him getting his promotion sounds good to me because he's never disappointed me, and everything he's been attached to, or we find out in an interview in the back end, we find out that this Ryan Ward guy is successful. It's kind of like in comic books, we got this Marquise Draper editor who's working at DC, and he's elevating black characters. Like, for example, you can read Mr. Terrific in the Justice League book, and he wasn't in the Justice League book before. All of this press, this page time that Mr. Terrific is getting in Justice League Unlimited may make a regular, I said regular, like, let me stop being stupid. A white man reading the Justice League may go, I'm familiar with Mr. Terrific, and next year when there's a Mr. Terrific book, that white guy might start being a reader of the Mr. Terrific. That's what I think Marquise Draper is doing long term.
Not to bring up any old controversies that, you know, I may or may not have dipped my toe into in the last week or so.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Do I need to turn off my screen?
This is why. No, you good. This is why it's important for people who will eventually get these opportunities to feel the readiness and the responsibility to uplift. Because when you get that shot, there have been others who've gotten that opportunity, and we haven't seen that type of output. We can take this to WWE. We can take this to comic books.
We can take it to Nate Moore.
We can take it to the silver screen as well. Exactly. But when you get that opportunity, what are you going to fight for? What is all of that sacrifice and gritting and grinning and bearing it when you couldn't really fight before? What did all that pay off for? What did that take you to? Did it take you to a spot of being able to make their product that they want you to make? Or did it lead you to finally be able to do the things with the characters that you've always wanted to do? And you can see the difference in folks, you know? You can definitely see the difference.
Doug, I was about to say, I swear to God, I was about to say that. I was about to say, by the way, salute to the Dre Max show. I was just going to give him some love, and I was really right about to say that. And then over here on the side, I see, notification of a super chat from the Dre Max show. Let's play it. Showing love, family. Love you guys. Recast Titular. Recast Titular? Who's that? Who's Titular?
T'Challa. He
say his name. Say his name.
He had to tag me in real fast. You know what I'm saying? I had to hit the tag team, tagged him back in. You know, he wanted some more, so I understand. I think Lawrence had one more too.
Lawrence had like
And
2 of them.
we didn't get to. He had 3. That third one is his as well.
Okay. I'll play the animation.
Might as well do it while we're here. Yeah, do it.
You know, I really wanted to play this one, this animation. Oh, you got me feeling emotions
higher than the heavens
I
above.
feel good. I feel nice. I never felt so satisfied. I'm in love. So alive. Intoxicated. Flying high. Feels like a dream when you touch me tenderly.
Put it on the screen, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you. Who's that?
She was about to hit a note that I can't. So Lawrence with the 5 and the 5. First he goes, thanks on MAGA Mountain.
MAGA Mountain.
Paramount.
MAGA Mount. Yeah, you want to do that one next? The studio?
Okay.
That could be a good transition. So here's what I feel. I don't think it was this like big grand conspiracy to always get it to Paramount, because if they were all in league to get it to Paramount, they would have just started there and then fast tracked it through if they had that capability, which I think is still kind of dubious. It's kind of up in the air on whether or not they can actually force it to Paramount, clearing all of the, well, let me just step by step here. I don't necessarily think that this was something that was planned by all parties. Maybe on the Paramount and government side, but Netflix was looking to acquire it. But what Netflix wasn't looking to do was making a Fox-like purchase of WB. Like, we don't want to overpay tenfold just to say that we got it. You know, like we're fine where we're at, and that's kind of how they communicated in the aftermath of this when they backed out. They gave Netflix 4 days to reconsider whether or not they were going to make a higher offer. They came back in 3 hours and said, "No, we're good. We're good." Now, it could be a posture, right? Like companies do that. Maybe they want to seem strong, so they responded as quickly as they could. They had a line that they weren't going to go past, but at the same time, I see it equally as reasonable to say they looked at what Warner Brothers was willing to pay. Number one, they looked at the financial structure that Paramount is currently in. They lost $500 million last year on their films that they produced alone. Right? Before we talk about any other downline products that they were expecting to make money on the films, the most profitable thing that Paramount has, they lost $500 million last year.
Wow.
So while they're offering $31 per share, which would take the total purchase to $111 billion, not only are they offering to pay the termination fee to Netflix, which is $2.8 billion, but if this thing doesn't clear regulations, if it doesn't meet the threshold to become a lawful merger, they owe Warner Brothers $7 billion. So to me, if I had a dude that I knew was broke, and here he is, oh yeah, no, I'm offering you this, and I'm offering you that, and I'll SMD behind the office if you let me, right? He's desperate. He's desperate. What can I do as Warner Brothers to get money from a suitor and then still end up making the money that I wanted to make, parting it out? Like, I could do that. I can let this thing play out. The FCC denies or it gets held up in court. And the reason why I say that that's such a ace on the landscape is because politically right now, the guy who was the shield for this deal getting through, the guy who was supposed to be the head of the spear, he got other shit to worry about. He doesn't have time for this, nor is it it's not in his hands, right? He can try, and he's shown that he will try to influence people to make these type of decisions, but he's lost Supreme Court cases. He's even had people like the head of the Treasury, Jerome Powell, buck him. He placed Jerome Powell in his seat, and Jerome Powell has remained dead set on not raising interest rates this entire time through the entire presidency so far. So where we expect there to be this great influence from the Orange Cheeto to make things happen, it hasn't necessarily proven itself out in a court of law or in any major agencies that he wasn't able to just gut with executive orders. So, being that the FTC is the SEC, is still, or the FTC, the Trade Commission, whoever the governing body is that decides whether or not this is a legal merger.
It's the same body that tried to shut down Eminem on TV.
Okay. I don't think he has a chokehold on them. I don't think he has that type of influence. Now, what ultimately ends up happening is either Paramount overpays, and with the debt that they're already in and taking on all of that from Warner Brothers, they can't hold it, and then they're forced to part it out and sell it. Do I think that this is a long-term, okay, Paramount has Warner Brothers and now they're going to red wave the shit and it's just going to be state-run propaganda? How is that running for CBS right now? How's that going? Is CBS doing such a great job at changing hearts and minds to the Zionist cause? Like, is Israel more popular now? Like, are the things working? Is CBS News changing hearts and minds? I don't think they are. The sentiment for that class of people is lower than it's ever been. And CBS's ratings are lower than they ever been. Go ahead. I've been talking for a minute.
I look forward to Thomas Massey as he runs in the primary election for the Republicans against all of the compromised other politicians. I feel like it'll be Zoran Mamdani again on stage. And then on the Democrat side, I look forward to whether it's Ro Khanna or anyone else, but that will be a nationwide test of how unpopular Israel is. And they know this, and that's why they're rushing this war on Iran. And as I realize I'm talking politics now, I'm good. Back to Paramount.
Oh no, it's all the same, brother. We talking about the same thing. It's all the same topic. And so I don't think the playbook that they may have for CNN, it's not working for CBS. And CNN is losing more viewers every month than CBS is already. So like I don't think
it's for Hasbara. It's not for money. It's not for business. This is
but if
the occupation
money,
cannot lose.
People are watching. If television shows are losing ad money, that means less people are watching. And if less people are watching, how successful of a propaganda tool is it? Like I don't think they're growing their audience now with the people who actually do watch that type of shit. And then the next generation of news viewers are surely not going to CNN and CBS to get their news. So if you want to spend $100 million on something you can't afford, that you'll just eventually end up selling anyways, again, then Netflix is like, all right, well, surely the price will have diminished a little bit by the time Paramount has to sell it off. We'll just wait because it's not something we need. He needs it, and he'll overpay and overextend himself to get it.
It's certain Netflix is not a willing participant in this performative bidding war. Netflix really wanted it. Good for them. And it was maybe David Zaslav. Look, the outcome of Warner staying with the occupation by selling to David Ellison, that was always going to happen. And maybe he used Netflix to charge more for it, maybe. But it's just inevitable, bro. I don't have any. I never played along. I never retweeted. I never cared to read articles, watch videos about, oh, did you see this? This is the latest update. Here's Netflix. Here's Paramount. I knew this was all a dog and pony show. And here we are with Netflix officially saying that they will not. Well, let me read their article. It says Netflix declines to raise offer for Warner Brothers. Yes, they gave them 4 days, and they said, "Where's the
same day?" No, we're good.
Yeah. They said it's a superior proposal. They called it a superior proposal. All right, cool.
That's what Warner Brothers said. Warner Brothers said it's a superior proposal. Netflix was like, we're not going to overextend. But here's how, I'll put $1 on this to say is how this ultimately goes. I think the questions that Netflix had to answer on Capitol Hill about how much power they were going to have and whether or not they were going to stick with the theatrical model. I mean, for better or worse, you could have lied about that stuff and just kicked the can down the road. Can you kick the can down the road about your current financial fitness? Hey, my dad is the richest motherfucker in the world. Does that suffice You know what I mean? Like, hey, you've been running the company for a little while now, and it's going the opposite direction, and you're about to make a sizable purchase. Can you even come due on the promises that you've made to Warner Brothers to even get through the door? They have a hill to climb in terms of regulatory, and that $7 billion payout to Warner Brothers, if it doesn't come through, looms heavy. So honestly, it's in Warner Brothers' favor to kind of just back out and be like, all right, we'll take the $7 billion, then we'll part out HBO Max, DC, linear channels, and we'll sell them to different companies and still come up with 80 something million dollars. You don't think you could sell DC for 40 million? You don't think you could sell HBO Max for 50? What we doing? Who wants it? Fire sale. We got $7 billion from shit. I might even just hang on to the linear channels just for shits and giggles because I'm getting $7 billion from Paramount because it's in clear regulations. I think that's where we end up. We either end up with Paramount overpaying and then drowning in the debt that they acquired from both companies, or it doesn't pass regulatory smell test and they end up parting out the pieces to various amounts of companies, Paramount, whoever else wants it.
And the fear of falling into debt is not the same fear every other company in the world would have. Ellison's going to say, hey, he's call up a Rothschild. I need money. Okay, good. So debt schmet, I'm good. Well, we kept the entertainment industry with the occupation, and that's what they're doing it for. Not to make money, not for any reason like that. It's just to maintain the grip of the control, to eliminate the original inhabitants of that land and garner less sympathy or at least stifle how much more attention, negative press that they'll be getting.
I think that genie's out of the bottle, but I mean, they can surely chase that ghost if they want to. But
I think the genie's out of the bottle also.
Yeah, we're never
out of the
going
bottle
back to what we thought about that country.
But you can turn on the
apartheid
state. You can turn on a faucet and you can be coming in and running, or you can turn on a faucet really much and it comes out. And I feel like that's what they don't want. Yeah, fine. There's going to be drops coming out, but if we can limit it, then we're succeeding in our role, our job. That's why Kevin Davis is always here. Like the Kevin Davis account, you see it like this. They know where are we at. Hi, yo, the Aquarius is in a building, bro. What are you saying?
Come on, guys.
What's the cards that's on your microphone now?
Those have been there.
What number are they?
They're not cards. They're magnets. Joker? They're magnets. Oh. T'Challa and Luke and Grogu and R2. Nope. But they're magnets. They stick to my mic.
They look like playing cards, actually. Okay, they're magnets.
Dre Max sent us another super.
All right, let's play a super chat. Well, let me find some. What would Dre Mac like? Hold on, give me something that Dre would like. I can't find the one from the Boondocks. Here. Number one hustler getting money. Why you wanna count my money? All right. Another one from the Boondocks.
You just mad cause your ass is old. My first thing you do is just pick up the phone.
He says, show love, family love, you guys recast T'Challa. Can they hold out until the primaries for their merger to go through? When's primary? 9 months?
I mean, I think if you're talking about coming up and asking regulatory questions, you probably want to do it before the primaries, before they lose the House and the Senate. If they try to push this out past the primaries, they could have potentially already lost the House and the Senate by then, which is going to make it even harder.
The Republicans will lose the House and the Senate? Maybe. The occupation will lose the House and the Senate? No, they got Apex Shakur who are going to be there to regulate it just the same.
Yeah. Again, I do think that the fever is kind of breaking, at least with the constituents, which means that the veil is kind of off. Right, there is a bit of a litmus test out there in terms of support for the illegal state. I will say that at least on our side of the aisle. I can't really speak too much about what's happening because although it does seem like the fever is broken over there too. I don't think there's a place where they're safe right now, other than in John Fetterman's office. I don't think they have many friends. So the idea that they can just dominate their way towards sentiment anymore is kind of gone. It's just gone. Now, if you're going to skirt the norms and skirt the rules and just do whatever you want, that's one thing. But that also brings you closer to total calamity. Every time that man breaks a norm or skirts a rule to make him do what he wants to do, he just sets it up for there to be further dissent the next time the other side gets in front. So, like, it's not winning to just be like, all right, y'all don't want it, we doing it anyway. You're not winning when you're doing that. You're just bringing yourself closer to decline.
The primary situation probably will be resolved by then. I remember when Fox was acquired by Disney, the only thing holding them up for the longest was like soccer, the sport football in Brazil, and Fox needed to like not maintain it, or it was weird. But they had to settle that stuff, and then it took like a long, like 9 months, maybe longer, to actually get Disney, the Fox to Disney. That's all I know. I don't know mergers. I don't know anything. You're asking the wrong guy, Dre. But thank you.
Only thing I'll say on this, I don't have much to say on this at all because I like chill. I like chill, but disagree with Mark because I don't think that it was any underlining hope or like they were. I do think this was always going to Paramount. Do I think that they were putting on some type of show like chill? Yes, I do think they were putting on a show. I mean, the acquisition of Warner Brothers is going to fundamentally change media as we know it. They will now own CBS and soon CNN. So CNN will eventually look like Fox News.
They already own CBS though, Darius, and CBS already looks like Fox News, and it's not like
CBS does.
It's not changing anything.
No, but it's just the acquisition of this is this was always going to happen. And I if I'm Netflix, I wouldn't have I would have done it in 3 minutes. No, I'm not giving you more money. No, this has already been on the table.
$100 billion for a company that you don't even see the value in. No, what?
Yeah, it's like fuck you. Why am I'm not doing that. So I would have been like Netflix as well.
So let's look at Paramount's slate, shall we, for 2026. They got Jackass 5. They got Angry Birds 3. Something about Project Hail Mary or some shit like that. Where is the state run? Where is it coming from? Like, they don't have anything that people want to pay attention to. Although I'm on the fence about watching their Tulsa King spinoff with Samuel L. Jackson. I'm a Samuel L. Jackson fan. Maybe breaking the fever to get into that one. But just in a general sense, like, they have boomer content. They make television and movies for people who watch television and movies all day. They're not making it for the 18 through 45. They're making it for the 50s and ups. So, like, yeah, they could allow HBO to keep doing what they're doing so they can keep making money, but then that would mean that they have to stay off the narrative. As far as CBS and CNN go, I think we are really, really overestimating how much cable media, cable news specifically, plays a role in people's like psyche anymore. Like, yeah, there's definitely a generation that still watches Fox and CNN and stuff like that. But y'all, they've been watching state-run propaganda for as it is. It ain't gonna be too much different from what they are already doing at CNN. It's not like they were pro Palestine, like they were anti-genocide, they were anti-war. They've been sitting around quiet while we've been marching to war with Iran this entire time. They're not the freedom fighters. They're not the truth tellers of our zeitgeist. That happens here. That happens here on this platform from independent creators. And that's the way that this has been trending for at least a decade now. So I understand how CNN was a figure or representative of something in the liberal structure of things. I get that. Could be a shock to the system to be seeing Bill O'Reilly on CNN or some shit like that. But like, really weigh it, right? Like, is it more beneficial for a billionaire playboy son of some rich asshole to fall flat on his face with billions of dollars at his disposal? I let him do it. This is a fool's errand. There's nothing about this that makes fiscal sense, or even in the nefarious ways of trying to call people's minds. It doesn't make sense. You would need to go purchase YouTube. Go buy YouTube. That was the idea with buying TikTok, is to force people's consciousness back into being docile. So you need to go make a purchase.
And over well for 'em.
CNN, who are you really affecting? Man, you're just going to make sure that the channel dies faster than what it was already doing. That's how I feel about it. I mean, I can't make heads or tails about the conspiracy behind it or whether or not they plan this, but I don't really see the benefit from Zaslav's point of going to Netflix, right? Like, if it was just a, hey, this is my number, offer it to me and you'll get it, we could have done that at a dinner. I do think that they were genuinely looking at, and this is the first time that Paramount's price crossed $30 a share. This is their first offer that went over $30 a share. Some people were thinking they were going to go 33. They were at 28, 28.5. Then they came back with 31. Netflix said, no, I'm not paying you $100 billion for this. You don't even want it. So that's where we at with it.
I agree with you on the, that CNN is not what CNN once was, and the liberal space and things like that. And not, some people still in the liberal space do hold it up to that standard. Now, do I watch CNN? No, I consume my news obviously from internet and things like that. But there are a good group of people that still are consuming their news from platforms like CNN. And that's not our generation of people. It is a generation above us and then above them. I know my grandmother's constantly watching
the
CNN.
Voters.
Yeah. So it just, for those that aren't internet savvy, that aren't, don't have smartphones, or, older folks that are still consuming that news from there. Well, they're what they see on a daily on the news is about to drastically change.
The people with the smartphones, the font is 10 times larger.
Yeah, not to be morbid about things, and we love our elders and stuff like that. But let's just say that we are slowly but surely becoming that new voter generation. All right, like the older millennials are starting to replace boomers and Gen X's a bit in that block. So it's not. I just don't think it's totally like. I think they love the idea of being able to control all media and have a concerted voice. It's much more of a fruitless task than people make it out to be, though. If we take into account that these things are so devalued that Netflix didn't even want them, like they didn't even want them. Like it was a supposed to be a notch towards Paramount, or an additive to Paramount, that they were even taking on the linear channels because Netflix didn't want them. So you have to find something else to do with those things. And so when I think about where all of these companies are going, where they're trying to push their audiences, it seems counterintuitive to overpay like this for one linear channel, for CNN. Like, first of all, you're taking all the rest of the stuff too. You're taking TNT, you're taking Turner, you like, there's more stuff that comes along with this. You're gonna have to figure out what to do, basketball, what sports you're gonna re-up with. Like, everybody trusts David Ellison to deal with that too, to deal with the contract negotiations with these sports leagues. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. You're taking on more trouble than what it's going to net you on the positive side for your dad's pet project. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just not as doom and gloom about it. I don't think they're going to change the media landscape, right? Like they are a failing company, and failing companies don't dominate markets just because they bought stuff. They just, you'll lose eventually. It's going to happen a little slower now.
This will be another interesting one to see how it plays out.
For sure. I mean, I'm definitely not pro Paramount acquisition. I guess we can take a sigh of relief on the whole theater thing for a little bit because Paramount is still attached to having theatrical success. But the state propaganda stuff, y'all, we were there. That's what CNN is. And if you think that they were ultra left wing to begin with, then we having a whole nother discussion. Like we are having a whole different type of discussion. But we'll see. Like Darius said, we'll see how it plays out.
Let's jump to a super chat.
This better have my money. Play down, call me on my blood. Pay me what you want it.
Bringing in that energy. The Boomafu. Blues House, $2. Yo, good luck to Ernie.
That's not what he said.
I'll say it. Fuck Ernie.
Down with this merger
as well.
Man.
I'll say it.
Hey, look. I ain't scared at all. Definitely not of that individual. Dre Max said, I want you to say my name, Ernie. I want you to say my name. Oh my God. What a week.
Blue tweeted something earlier and he made me want to go to the stream Ernie was doing. And I did. And I rewinded like 3 minutes.
Are you talking about the one he did just today? I watched it too. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And I saw the parts with Jonathan Majors, saw the parts about did he do it, difference between legality and morality, all that stuff. And I'm like, I can see why Blue, and then here comes the super chat from Blue. So I can see where Blue's coming from, I think, today. I think I understand.
It's not only that. The opposite side of Majors. Oh, man.
Oh, no. He's been on the opposite. That's another reason. Like, first of all, I don't fuck. I forgot why I didn't fuck with Ernie until this whole stuff with Comics Explained, and he was on my timeline, and then it refreshed my memory of why I don't fuck with Ernie. One, the recast shit. His opinion on the Major situation is far right as his opinion on the recast shit. So I'm just like, Ernie is, I'm not gonna say he's, because Ernie's obviously not anti-black, but his opinion on some shit is very like, brother, what side are you on?
It is exactly what he described Rob as being. He's got some anti-blackness in him. No, like nigga, how dare thee? Right. Jeez Louise. But yeah, no, we ain't got to spend too much more time on that. What's the next topic?
I hope you got your money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Jump in, Joe.
Oh no, we got another one.
Another one. Kenny the Piercer with the $9.99. This is Kenny Pierce, right?
Yes,
Kenny the Piercer.
Could I ask for a little Kellen and Q update? Miss them boys. Q, obviously, as you all know, is family and cousin, so I speak to Q on a regular. Kellen is a MAGA maggot who I do not speak to.
Oh,
got into it with his wife and him, and if I'm sure he creeps, he might be one of the 87 watching. I don't speak on him. Don't like him.
Damn.
But Q,
one of the 87 watching.
Q's great.
We need to link back up with Q. Make sure you hit thumbs up on the stream and increase our visibility as we ask you to do the same thing with Static and all the other milestone heroes. We need our visibility increased also.
Another one bites the dust. And another one down, another one down, another
yes,
one.
Ellison will keep Looney Tunes and Cartoon Network. Yeah, everything will be kept. The occupation does not sell or get rid of things. They have these things to control these things.
The occupation.
Google is
Oh my god,
compliant,
man.
compliant in the pocket already for their interests.
You know what's so damning about the whole enterprise is that they refuse to realize how much of a poison pill their political ambitions are. That the trend will never reverse, and there will be a floor, and the floor is going to be hard. Actually, I'm starting to realize that historically they've hit this wall many times before, and just never seem to take a different path. I don't know. It's the most damning thing. But the chickens will come home and roost.
Okay, so I didn't know the emancipation poet was from the continent. Remember, guys, CNN International, especially for a guy for Africa, that channel is effing important. But because we don't consume the American version of CNN.
CNN.
Gotcha. And so that's a trouble. That's a lot of trouble.
For sure. I would just, my only response to that is, are you getting accurate American media now from the international CNN, you think?
No, just like local stuff, like to make you not think about having European countries steal the resources and oppress you. The news might be reporting on, guess what happened here? Why did the chicken cross the road there? And you know what I mean?
I gotta have faith in our counterparts there on the continent that just like us, that they're smart enough to wade through what is state-run propaganda, what is an abject lie in some cases versus what they actually see on the ground. And that's all I can expect, because no one could break us out of our fog of glitz and glamour and home of the free and brave and whatever the fuck, right? We had to wake up from that on our own. No one else could shake us loose of that, even though they probably knew generations before we did. So you kind of have to take the onus of reporting the news, finding a way to pass that information. I mean, obviously, Burkina Faso has found a way, right? They're not depending on international media to spread their doctrine. Finding a way.
I saw something great about Burkina Faso where they were like opening up and they're saying anyone from the diaspora come through and we're gonna like utilize you. And a whole bunch of United States CIA agents were all applying to come and take part in the educational.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
So they found out about it
being everywhere.
Absolutely. And so they found out about all the sellouts, all the Michael Langleys and working for the CIA. And they're like, all right, cool. You're all on the list. You are all not coming to this country. By the way, we cancel our program, the outreach program we were going to do with countries from men from other countries. So I thought it was like really, really genius. So like 250 people. Anyways, young people are getting their information on their phones. Also, whether you're here, there, and the life expectancy in a lot of these African countries are not living up until 80 years old. The young people are more impactful. The old people die off younger, which is actually terrible. But also in this case, the regimes or the traditions are all going to fade, bro. Ghana stepped up recently with their election. It's not just Burkina Faso right now. There's some other players who are waking up and fighting back against colonialism to a point where we might just have award shows and BAFTAs in Burkina. It'll be called.
Let's do something else.
It can still be called the BAFTA. He says that's why I don't believe in Pan-Africanism. I was not trying to shoot at Pan-Africanism or trying to sound like a diaspora warrior with this one. I don't know where you got that from. Everyone isn't united, but that was smart. No. Of course, everyone isn't united, but the goal, the answer, or the best possible scenario is unity. Yeah. Thomas Sankara, that's the former leader of Burkina Faso. Patrice Lumumba, he was from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and the Belgians and the CIA. They got him out of there. I think just last year they returned his tooth, like it was the only part of his body that was in Belgium, and they returned it back to the country and said, and I think they apologized. Maybe they didn't even apologize. That was we need to know about Patrice Lumumba. The end of the Black Panther movie, it was a tribute, like thematically, to Patrice Lumumba. Yeah, it was cool. False news chill. Oh, what did I say that was false? No, that was like 10 minutes ago. Still, let me get to a more recent comment. So I don't believe in Pan-African until I heard you work for the CIA on the low, the Drake sector. Yeah, for sure. Let's do a super chat.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
John HD 77X. I love when we get new people. What's up, guys? Can we address comments made by Ernie where he was coming for Marcus, knowing what was said on Back of the Bus?
He was talking to me.
Why do have to do this black on black content creator drama?
We don't look. I'm shooting at whoever is shooting. I shoot at whoever shoots. But I thought you didn't have to respond. What happened to all of that? I thought you didn't have to talk. I'm confused. I didn't think he was gonna say nothing back to me because he didn't have to address shit. So I thought I could just go ahead and say what I wanted to say. I know what I didn't get from Ernie. I ain't get no DMs. I didn't get no, hey, come on the stream, or I'll come on yours. I know that's what I didn't get. So the rest of it, I ain't really trying to hear.
Is that his stick lately? Drama? Is that his?
I guess. I'm not Rob, brother. I am not Rob. I have an email, just like you said. We got emails. What's up? What's up? And there's really nothing even to debate. There's nothing to debate. You pointed your finger and tried to read somebody down about their blackness, and you got holes all up through yours. It just is what it is, family. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at Dre Mac. Don't be mad at your chat. Look at yourself. Peel back the layers. What Kendrick say? Strip the eagle from the bottom.
And doesn't
do some reflection.
He's changed his name. Task something up to Task or
don't say that man name. Don't say that.
They tweet with one another sometimes. So you all know y'all seen me and him on.
Don't tell me. So you up here clicking glasses with the biggest,
Ernie's not on Twitter.
Burglar mask on the internet.
Ernie's not on Twitter.
Ernie has been on Twitter. He may not be now, but he was. Okay. I don't follow Ernie, but I know he was. Are you sure Ernie's not on Twitter? I don't think.
Yeah, I looked for
running
it,
behind,
and I heard him say it on the video.
Burglar mask on the goddamn internet.
He definitely used to be.
I heard they're cousins.
Yeah.
Let it be known, Shillmonger just sat here and listened. As much as I appreciate the super and the support from this new guy new people, I'm looking at you the same way I look at Arthur, and it's like, are you just here to stir up something and then say, hey, go to the 1 hour and 23 mark of this stream, and you got talked about? Like,
I don't think that. I think he probably had a genuine question. He gave $10 for a genuine question. And if there's drama going on, and this dude Ernie mentioned Marcus's name.
Did he? Did you hear it, Marcus?
That's what they said. I know I haven't.
Or alluded to mentioning Marcus's name.
Yeah, just be wary.
Oh, you watched it. You heard what he was talking about.
Oh no, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I
didn't watch it. If you're talking about today's stream, he did. Only reason I pulled up today's stream is because what he titled it. That's why I watched a little bit of what he said. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay.
There's really nothing he can say to me to refute what I said. There's nothing really to be said.
But John HD knows that his question was riddled in drama. So don't hit me with Back of the Bus. Why do we have to do black on black content creator drama? Like,
that is a good point. He paid $10 to get the drama in our face because I didn't even know about it. I wasn't checking for Blurred Without Fear.
Let me give you the Chillmonger position. Keep supporting Blurred Without Fear for incredible videos covering Milestone and other positive content that he is a part of. While I may disagree on his take with Majors or the recast T'Challa Toussaint problem, where they just give him a T'Child and say that it's been recast, I can still say that there's a net positive over there on that channel, and you guys all should be, giving love to the parts that you like. And if you see a video you don't want to like, you don't watch it. That's it. You don't agree, I guess. It's all good. Thank you for letting me say my piece.
Hey, look, bro, listen.
That was your piece.
I
We
know
have
you
nothing to
like
add
to
to that.
peacemaker. Yeah, I know you don't like to be caught up in the mess. I get it. I don't like to be. I just seen something that needed to be commented on, and I did what I do.
Tell him to
Hit
keep
dog will
that
holler.
same energy for Ernie. I heard it when he brought it up.
I sure as hell don't want to be in it. So I'm nope.
Hit dog will holler.
Chill is most definitely CIA. LOL. No, I'm not. If I was CIA, I would be like, yeah, and guess what? Blurt also said, but I'm not. I'm trying to keep, like, I thought we're over it. And maybe this is like the World War II of it all, where we get into the recast problem. But I try not to really enter it.
I understand. We getting let's move.
I agree
on.
with
We
you,
can talk about
Dre.
Majors, right? He brought up Jonathan Majors, and he just couldn't get out of the way of that one. So let's talk about Jonathan Majors in his new job with Ben Shapiro of all people. Canadian intelligence.
Chill, I got you. Just was listening to the live, and it sounded very aggressive.
I bet it did. He was talking about somebody that he wasn't standing in front of, or that he couldn't talk. Now, if you wanted to see the complete opposite of that, look up his debate with Ripper, Young Ripper, about 3-4 years ago.
That's a good one.
Now, if you want to see him
Ripper's
be
gonna get you
aggressive with somebody face to face, watch how he debates Young Ripper, and you'll understand why I can chuckle off just about anything he said in his live stream.
I think John
Ripper becomes aggressive too, though. Very.
Jabari, there's a video on my page right now. One of the last two we posted this week. Check it out.
Oh, let me segue this. I can segue this using Young Ripper and Jonathan Majors with the Daily Wire. I remember seeing Young Ripper had something called Ripper Send, and he'd be a distributor of a comic book. And I'm like, okay, when I eventually sell my comic book and get it out there, do I explore using the Young Ripper Send program where he could help it get into all these shops in America? And I waited, and I'm like, someone who I disagree with what he stands for. There's a lot I disagree with this guy on, but is it business? Because I disagree also with what Disney and Warner Brothers and some of them, they own DC and Marvel. And I had this like wrestling my mind. I went back and forth. I'm not at the point where I am distributing comics, so it's not like there was a deadline on it, but I decided not to do it. Now, Jonathan Majors kind of had the same kind of problem with Daily Wire with differences, but he decided to get in bed in business with the Daily Wire producers of his new movie that he'll be shooting next month. And he decided to go for it. And I can't co-sign that. I would need to hear him or someone of the opinion why it's okay to give me that counter perspective of why exactly is Jonathan Majors and Daily Wire a part of the same project. It doesn't make sense to me.
You want to go, Darius? You want me to go?
I guess I just have questions as to why he's doing this. The work with Ben Shapiro, I don't understand it. And where was Megan's counsel on this one? Was she, and if she co-signed it, was it do we not know who we're breaking bread with? Do you not know some of the things that Ben Shapiro has said specifically about Black people? I mean, and not just about Black people, morally working with Ben Shapiro. So I as much as I like Jonathan Majors, I won't be supporting this because I can't support Ben Shapiro and Daily Wire. So no, I don't get it.
I don't think I will.
No, and it's not for us to get. Right? Like this is a position where you could look at him saying, listen, my prospects since all of that ordeal has happened have been tremendously cut. And so now, yeah, I had Merciless. Is it Merciless? Is that what the Merciless? Had Merciless or no, Magazine Dreams. I had Magazine Dreams. You know, True Threat is coming up. Maybe I haven't gotten paid from that, or whatever I'm going to get paid from True Threat is not going to cover my expenses. Like it's a fucked up position to be in because he is desperate and he does have to take anything that comes on the table to try to get that momentum going. At the same time, I am not the one for shedding your morality to get ahead.
Right. Morally, no.
And I can't sit up here and co-sign, especially Ben Shapiro. Like maybe you'd have did a movie with no, because Glenn Beck would have been just about as bad.
They're all terrible.
Yeah, I don't really know who on the right wing I really, kind of turned my head to. Maybe Clint Eastwood or something like that. Clint Eastwood would have been huge. But the Ben Shapiro of it makes it hard because not only is it a nefarious character, a Zionist psychopath, but it's also not successful. Like, did you see how Gina Carano's movie did? No, I don't think you did because nobody saw it. Everybody forgot it even existed. Who is making successful films at the Daily Wire? Like, so it's kind of reprehensible on both sides of it. But then I can't stop there. Because if we know Jonathan Majors is desperate, best believe Black Hollywood knows Jonathan Majors is desperate.
Oh, that's a great place to take this. Yeah, Black Hollywood.
Yeah, Black Hollywood knows he's desperate. If we know he's desperate, so the Avas, the Lenas, the Ryans,
Spike.
The list goes on and on. Spike, Antoine, all up and down the Black creators that have projects coming up. Why isn't this man working? Don't tell me it's a talent thing, because there's nobody that you're currently casting as a Black male lead that's upstaging him, and that is the most that's the most hurtful part of all of this.
There's like whoever got Daniel Kaluuya.
Right now. Well, depends on the film. I will say that. I'll say depend on the film. But as a lead right now, he's one of the most technically talented actors that are out there. Yeah. He's definitely on the upper echelon. And to say that the controversy has put a stink on him is an understatement, because now we are watching folks get opportunity. I won't start naming names, but we are seeing less talented people getting opportunities before this man.
Wow.
And then I just don't see if that stuff would have never happened in New York, right? With oh girl. I don't see some of the individuals who are getting a push right now being able to occupy that space. That space was opened up by Jonathan Majors' departure. And I feel like we're forgetting that, how talented this guy is. So if he has to go to the Daily Wire to get some work, who are y'all casting that he'll keep? You know what I'm saying? Who's lining up for in your projects if he can't get a job? And why? So no, I'm not letting him off the hook. It's an ugly look. It definitely is an ugly look. And it's not going to earn him any favors with the people who thought he was overly corny and hated the dancing videos and thought he was riding on Megan's coattails or whatever. It's definitely not going to make him more popular with that crowd. But I am also looking at the Black creators in Hollywood, and I'm like, Ava DuVernay, Lena Waithe, Ryan Coogler, what's the dude that's doing the movie with Kiki Palmer about the boosters? Bruh, what's up? Somebody. Don't tell me you can't use a Jonathan Majors, because he's damn sure available.
Definitely.
Your Simba after Mufasa died. Anybody, somebody help. A great quote here, great comment. Black Panther says, Black Hollywood is scared of the white liberals' backlash because that's who controls Hollywood. And that's why they won't use him. But then you go on a Daily Wire, Jonathan, they'll never use you now. Now that they got the reason. There's no comeback tour. There's no enough time has passed. Now you associated with the right wing, and the white liberals hate that.
Well, it's like the dude who played Hercules, right? He started making ultra right wing films, and people don't even talk about him anymore. and he's one of the biggest TV stars of the 90s. Can't think of his name right now, but
That's the point.
What's another? Rob Schneider is another. Well, Rob Schneider is crazy. Like I think he's insane. But he's also ultra right wing, and he's lost a lot of favor with his Hollywood friends because of that. And I do think that will play a role if this becomes a norm. I don't think one movie makes the reputation, but it's a fucked up decision. And it's also fucked up that he had to make the decision.
The Untitled film.
Yeah, there you go.
The Untitled film hails from Kyle Rankin, Run, Hide, Fight, who's directing his own screenplay. It will be produced by Dallas Sony and conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, who co-founded the Daily Wire. While details about the plot and cast are being kept under wraps, the story has been compared to 80s and 90s action movies, Red Dawn and Toy Soldiers, which both involve teenage boys banding together to defeat invading enemies. He's producing it, and I think that's stupid. Like, we're not, you know how sometimes like the association might be really, really tiny, and then people make the producer is Ben Shapiro. That's overt.
Yeah. Despite, and I get it, desperation. I even saw, Battery in the comments that he's got bills and things. I get that. I get it. I get it when you get desperate and things like that. But I personally can't. I can't trade my morality for. I can't do that. And again, to know the things that Ben Shapiro has said specifically about your race, what he thinks about you, regardless of what he's producing, these are things that he thinks about you too. Like I said, what was Megan's counsel on this one?
I guess maybe they don't know Ben Shapiro is like that.
No, they know.
Daily Wire is way too niche of a film studio to not know, to not have some sort of inkling. Like, what the fuck is the Daily Wire? You even asking that question means you're at least gonna know.
You know how Odessa as Zion, she was part of a movie, and then you needed to be casted someone Latina, and she said, "Okay, I'm going to take myself off the movie." I await tomorrow or some sort of Jonathan Majors. Oh, no, I'm taking myself out the movie. I was only going to join if the producer was, the first name that we saw. Now that I know Ben Shapiro's there, I'm not part of it no more. I'd rather wear the worst Tyler Perry wig on the planet than this.
Yeah, I mean, Dre, you're gonna have to give us some insider information on what he was thinking about this one. You're gonna have to clear it up or explain the thought process. Cause I mean, I get it, man. He gotta work. The man has to work. Lives in California. He has to work. And he's got a wife. Has to work.
He did not burn through all his Marvel money and all of his other movies' money. He did not burn through all of it. He got child support, I guess.
Yeah, he put on a legal defense. He was fighting a charge. He might have.
Oh, I didn't think of it.
Didn't Megan just do a movie?
She's always working. She's fine.
Yeah, okay. So the bill should be paid temporarily.
No, y'all. I mean, I ain't counting everybody's dollars, and I don't know.
I'm not in a business like that. But I'm just wondering, hey, baby, you can't pay the bills while I'm down.
He's a working actor. They have to get jobs, and I understand that, but I don't understand the Daily Wire. Like, it's not going to be a successful film, bro. it's Daily Wire.
This makes me think of Ben Shapiro appearing on The Breakfast Club, because The Breakfast Club had, what's his name? Charlemagne. He had a deal where he's going to have Majors working in a movie that he's producing. Okay. And did Ben Shapiro and Charlemagne talk during that meetup that they had a couple months ago and say, you should use Jonathan? Why not? And then is that where they networked at Breakfast Club? What happened here?
You know what? Hey, listen, as a linchpin, because I do think Charlemagne is a Jonathan Majors fan. Yeah. I would not rule that out. Now that's total speculation. Don't be Charlotte. Don't come down here. No cease and desist necessary. I'm not saying it actually happened. I'm just saying, as a through line between Jonathan Majors and Ben Shapiro, Charlemagne would be one of the only that I could see, from a public perspective.
Yeah, because Charlemagne is still Pally Pal weekly videos with what's his name?
Yeah.
Schultz, yes.
Okay, Majors.
Which confuses the fuck out of me when I watch Charlemagne on Breakfast Club and his takes, but then you go sit down with Schultz, who has taken a step back from his vote a little bit, but still is a Trump supporter. So I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've always, that's kind of the premise of the entire thing with them, is that they're from opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm white, he's black, he's Republican, I'm Democrat. That it's kind of the basic setup for that type of podcast. Where I think Charlemagne takes the joy in it, though, is that being able to read people what they wanted before, right? Like he's even done that on the Democratic side. Like, hey man, you ran out old Kamala with that weak ass campaign, and look what we got, right? Even though he might have been part of the train when it was going on, he will definitely rub people's nose in it where they fail. So if he's useful in anything, he is useful for holding people to account to what they said and what they brought up before. I don't think he's necessarily let Andrew off the hook. He's just not cut ties with him. He's not so hard in his politics that he can draw the line like that.
Like you can do a video with Andrew, but disagree with him. Like keep going. Like, you can go to Fox News. You can do whatever. You can appear in every platform you want to. Just don't say the wrong thing, or you know what I mean. Like don't lie. Don't be dishonest. I'm fine with everyone being with everyone else. I'm fine with Ben Shapiro appearing on the Breakfast Club too, so long as we're asking real questions. Super.
I'm a gigolo, spending lots of dough. You can tell the way the wide body sitting on floor.
Lawrence with the $5 super says, I would have respected Jonathan more if he went to do a Tyler Perry or a smaller indie movie.
Indie movie, yes. Tyler Perry, we
Those
close. I mean, we different ills.
Tyler Perry will pay you.
Different ills.
Tyler Perry will pay you a lot of money. The indie movie won't pay you.
Will
so
he?
If this is for money, yeah, Tyler Perry pays. He does great. Everyone is happy with what they get paid. All the actors speak highly of him.
All the
Megan
actors,
Good, that's
right?
the
Okay,
highest
well,
I've
yeah,
ever been
Jonathan Majors will be cool, right? Sure.
But a smaller indie movie, if he did that, there's no reason why he couldn't have done that like a year ago. If he was going to do a smaller indie movie, he would have done it. But he needs to get paid for his work, so it's a route he's not taking at all. Tyler Perry movie, yeah, like have him do a Tyler Perry movie. And
Can I say
not
something
every Tyler
that's
Perry
gonna
movie is
sound-
bad. There are a few good ones in there.
And not in a
I
while.
won't fight that one.
It's
I won't fight that one.
been quite some time.
Can I say something that's going to sound crazy, but once we start to work through it, it'll make a little bit more sense? For what Jonathan Majors has been seen on screen as and what he probably wants to continue to be seen on screen as, he probably, whatever he got pitched from Ben Shapiro,
was better than Tyler
is
Perry.
going to be a little bit closer aligned than what anything Tyler Perry would have put in front of him.
Tyler would be like, it's so believable for you.
Ultra conservative. Yeah, he's very conservative. He's not going to want to show anything that actually exemplifies black culture. So I assume it's going to be very straight laced. He might even be a cop or something like that, right? So versus, yeah, you're going to have to smack a woman, right? Because you on the other side of the brown paper bag. So we need you to be the bad black so that your light-skinned counterpart can come in here and save the woman. Okay, so just rough her up a bit, maybe hang her children out of a window and shout obscenities at her, and then light-skinned guy with braids is going to come in and smack you and save her. And scene. So in a fucked up kind of weird way, I can see him like looking if those were the options. I'm like, oh well, you know, not an excuse, but that's kind of, you know.
Does this mean, Lawrence, you don't respect Jonathan? He said, I would have respected Jonathan more if you went to do a Tyler Perry. So then you don't respect his decision, right? Or you just,
or maybe he doesn't respect the move. Yeah, he doesn't respect the move. Maybe he just sees the realization that he had to.
Who remembers the Rolling Stone writer Cheyenne Whitetree I want to hear what she's got to say about this. Will she say something like, "Can you believe that the Zionist is working with Jonathan Majors now?" Or does her Zionist run publication not allow her to scold him because she's on top of everything?
Well,
About to run and get something to drink. I'll be right back.
Get your bills paid.
She's tweeted nothing today.
Dre says Jonathan should go back to TV.
Where did Marcus address Ernie? Let me scroll up to something, okay? So the first thing that happened was that guy named John gave the super, and I was like, oh great, someone we never seen before. That's awesome. And it was great, and and then I saw his next comment where he says, if we got effing with Ernie blurred without fear, let me know. If we not effing with him, let me know. And then he said some next shit, which just like piled up to where I'm going, okay, that's your goal here.
I don't think that's the goal, Chill.
I think I don't. You feel free to disagree with me, but time after time, comment after comment is about drama and stirring up shit. I'm gonna look at you, John HD, where he's saying, "No, Jabari, watch Blur Without Fear live. That posted tonight." And like that's your.
They were having a conversation. That's why Jabari asked, and then on him saying that he could be subscribed to you, have been subscribed to you. I don't know if you know every person that subscribes to you and watches, but he could have been somebody that's been subscribed to you and is just a fan of you, and it's just like, hey, if we're not fucking with Ernie, let me know.
Yeah, I would never say that.
No, man.
I would never say that. That guy does great content.
Fight or whatever, but I wouldn't jump to it being malicious.
If you listen to Marcus back at the bus, you know what Ernie is alluding to. It without naming Marcus intentionally. He also was talking about someone else, but his co-host, Let Face TV, said that it was related. This is very Kevin Davis. This is the same. This is very all the other guys I'm suspicious of in our chat. I feel like he just made a new username and said, "Let me donate." Looks like Ernie likes to smoke. First Rob, now Marcus. I'm noticing a pattern. Like this is a shit disturber. Probably being paid to do this. John HD.
Yes, battery conspiracy chill at it again. Your mind and where your conspiracies go sometimes.
What's the conspiracy
theories?
He has a conspiracy that John HD is in here to disturb and disrupt and could possibly even maybe be Kevin Davis.
I just clicked on 10, 11 chats of this guy being a pure disruptor.
The John HD that was talking about the Ernie thing?
Yeah, the next few times he was talking in the chat was about the Ernie thing. The next era of Sony Spider-Man movies will be a fresh reboot. Where's the quote? Here it is. So this was the Town podcast. Tom Rothman was talking to Matt Maloney. So the question was, where are we in the Spider-Man franchise? Not the animated Spider-Verse. Is the larger Spider-Verse dead? No, replied Rothman. Are you going to go back to those at some point? Yes, Rothman confirmed. But it'll be a fresh reboot? Yes. New people? Yes. Yes. Sony's back at it.
Back at it again with the new fans.
From what it seems like, if watching the interview and things like that, and looking at other things that have come up online since then, they are still doing their deal. They're still doing what they're going to do with the. I don't know how much they're going to add Spider-Man into this. Maybe they're going to add Spider-Man more. I mean, they're obviously. I don't think that they're going to go. I mean, you literally can't go back to the formula of Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man. It just doesn't work. Obviously, it didn't. So what it seems like here is that it's, and obviously, and from the other stuff that came out a couple weeks ago, months ago, even that Marvel and Sony are now playing together more. Sony is more open to letting Marvel use Spider-Man more, was even one of the reports. Looks like that is exactly what is happening. They are going to still do what they're going to do, but maybe even connect it some to the MCU and let Kevin Feige and whoever do whatever they're going to do with Spider-Man. But obviously, they'll still have their hands.
This is an executive. This is an executive who is not Kevin Feige. He was not someone who's well versed in the lingo. Okay, so when you're being asked, "Will it be a fresh reboot?" and he says yes, that may not mean it'll be a fresh reboot. That just may be like, "Oh yeah, we're rebooting. We're gonna start over again." And if it doesn't necessarily mean that Tom Hardy won't be Venom. When he says new people,
no, that shit done.
That's done. There's no way you can go back to Madam Web. There's no way you can go back to Jared Leto. There's no way you can go. I mean, you could go back to Tom Hardy, but Tom Hardy's done. I don't see them going back to Tom Hardy. Who else am I missing? Someone from their shit?
This is happening because of Craven. It's happening because of Craven. Yeah. And then Michael Keaton's Vulture. That might be the only one that's worth keeping around is the Vulture, because he's the only one that's actually shown up.
Vulture
in the MCU.
is MCU's.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget that they own the catalog. So
yeah, I don't think he is the MCU's, but he's the only villain right now that's in the MCU is Vulture.
Right.
Oh,
right.
And Scorpion.
Well, so, yeah, soon to be Scorpion, Tombstone, Boomerang, Tarantula. All those guys that are in the movie.
As much as I can read into what he knows, what he doesn't know, because who he is and now how sweaty he's not. He did say we're getting more. And if we are getting more, me, you, him, we're all in the same room right now. He's watching our stream right now. He's right here. Tom, this is what we expect from you. Go ahead. You guys go first. I'll go last. But what do you want from Sony in this new effort at doing movies?
First of all, if we're going to make films about Spider-Man villains, it would be helpful if any of them knew about Spider-Man. It would assist in kind of forming a universe if there was a central figure that all of these guys were after. Hell, you could even flip the whole concept on its head and make it seem like they're the good guys trying to take out Spider-Man. You could turn around the narrative of Spider-Man fighting the Sinister Six and make it the Sinister Six hunting Spider-Man. But hey, you have to have a central figure to hunt to do that. There is no Kraven's Last Hunt
without prey,
right? If he's not hunting something. So yeah, that's number one. Involve Spider-Man, even if he's not going to be, Tom Holland doing stuff in the actual movie. Show him off swinging. Show him on TV. Hey, this is the guy I'm going after, even if he doesn't actually show up.
That's what we just did.
I mean, not everyone, but sometimes it's okay to do that.
You own you own the most profitable superhero to touch the silver screen. The fact that you don't use him, and we're like, no, he's swinging in the back. He's here though. What? No. We just did this. I can't do this no more.
You're right.
So excited
in the movies.
Right. Yeah, everybody was like so excited about the possibility of a kid Peter Parker in Madam Web. I was like, oh shit, we might actually see Peter in one of these things. No, I'm done.
I agree. Some form of Peter Parker would be helpful, but if he doesn't necessarily have to be like a major part of the film, the overarching narrative can still be focused on whatever villain we're showing. But you can't build a whole villain universe. Who are they villains of? Like who are their rivals?
They're heroes. Their villains are other Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, like Morbius was getting a little bit. It was like, what are you even trying to do here? What are you trying to make?
So then, what movie do you tell Rothman to make? You do tell him to make a villain movie?
No, I definitely don't
Yeah.
tell him to make a villain movie. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
You asked me that.
we could reboot Venom and do it right. Like
If they're a
we can
villain-
reboot Venom.
Man, I struggle with it, man. I'm not saying don't do a villain movie. If you do a villain movie, you gotta make them a villain. But like you said, first of all, for every villain Spider-Man movie they've done, for them not to know who Spider-Man is makes absolutely no sense. This is not a Batman deal where some of these guys are villains already. With Spider-Man, they are all villains due to something that has occurred because their connection
Because
to
of
Spider-Man. So the fact that you have these, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, they have to know Spider-Man, definitely. If you do a villain movie.
Which one would you start with? I would start with Venom. That's where I would start.
I don't know. Green Goblin is very, very, very interesting and popular.
See, I thought about that, and what I theorized was that they were going to kind of combine Ned Leeds and Harry Osborn together. Like Ned was going to replace Harry Osborn's arc. Giancarlo Esposito was going to play his uncle as Norman Osborn or some shit like that, and that's how they would bring that storyline. If they're not doing it in this movie, I feel like we're kind of beyond the Harry arc, like the Harry Gwen or Harry MJ's arc. Like I think we're past it now.
So there's two things in this. For a Brand New Day, we're skipping college phase. There's no college. We've skipped that. He is a
grown-ass man.
A grown man here. Now this is from Daniel and them, so grain of salt. But he's a grown man, and that's how they're going to kind of explain why.
Damn, a 4-year
MJ and why MJ and Ned are back in his life and not at MIT.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So they've already graduated college.
Yeah.
Damn, it feels like we took a hefty time jump. It seems like more than 4 years, but I guess I'll get.
We kind of had to. He was already like younger than he was actually in real life when in those movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult. The thing I tell Tom Rothman is make the universe the MCU. Attach with them just like you do with the last 3 Spider-Man movies and the 4th Spider-Man movie. Do some agreement. You can do a TV show too, but make sure that there's a character, and they have to use your characters in their movies. You know, with
Spider-Man stuff.
With exception to like I just don't want to be too demanding on it where it starts affecting the art. But that's how I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, because I didn't even think about that when we were talking about it. Don't be Amy Pascal. Do not be so arrogant as to think that you can hoard your characters and that's going to hurt Marvel.
Yeah, do it work?
Just
imagine the Spider-Man Tom Holland movies, and why can't it just work? Strengthen and build on the relationship where a cop can appear on the MCU shows, and an MCU cop over there can appear on a Sony produced movie. Same universe though.
What if instead of Andy Serkis played Ulysses Claw in Black Panther 1 in 2018? That's Kraven the Hunter, like Ryan Coogler wanted.
Oh.
He wanted Serkis to play Kraven?
He wanted Kraven.
No. He didn't want Serkis, but he wanted to play Kraven. He wanted,
I know he wanted
to use Kraven instead of Ulysses. But like, think about what that would have done for you, knowing that you wanted to use that character down the line. Like, how like that's just arrogance. That's all that is. That's hubris. That's you thinking that you're bigger than this new guy, this balding cap wearing guy. He doesn't know anything about Hollywood. He doesn't know about movies. Get out my face.
But see, he's singing a much different tune in this interview. Now he's calling Kevin Feige. Now it could just be for the interview, but he's
complete opposite of Amy Pascal.
Oh yeah,
completely.
He took a whole segment out. He even said Kevin Feige's name. Then I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Just to come back to gush over how Kevin Feige is this, and how he's that, and how he's brilliant. He's a genius, and yeah. And I was like, he's like, if I would have known that little kid in the X-Men rooms was gonna grow up to be this guy, I would have been nicer. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I think it is what Chill is suggesting. I think that's the deal. Because what else is the deal? The deal, because if the deal is we're rebooting and we're doing the same thing that just failed, because that can't be. That can't be. So it has to be a deal where they have rubbed elbows a little bit better with Marvel. Kevin Feige and everybody's more involved, and they are actually connecting that Sony universe to be the MCU. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to do it. You can do your own projects, but I think the bulk of what you're doing at Sony, owning the Spider-Man project or owning the Spider-Man IP, needs to be in the MCU. Because you're also affecting the MCU by this limited Spider-Man shit.
Just a couple characters like Norman Osborn have a 10-year plan planned out with Feige and say this is where we need him to be, and then he's going to be the main character or the main villain for Avengers in Avengers 10 or whatever it is. Do that with him, and maybe what's her plan with Spider-Woman? Is she going to be friends with Carol Danvers? Let's plan it out. Boom, we got that set. Now we'll hit each of these points of interconnectivity in our films and our TV movies shows, but then we'll just rock and we'll do things on our own. You can tell us not to blow up the city of New York or something like that because you were sharing an attached universe, and we'll listen, but we can do things together.
Yeah, they just can't like do something catastrophic to the universe as a whole over there at Sony. And then over here, we have to deal with that writing. Like, oh, okay, well, they put a black hole over here, so now we got to deal with that over here.
And then thinking about it in the inverse, it's also crazy that like Spider-Man be having these big galaxy altering events in New York and nobody shows up. Like it would be beneficial to have that exchange of characters to make this thing more realistic in terms of a shared universe.
That's why Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was so perfect, I think. I also think that's what they're going to start modeling on. It just makes sense. It doesn't. I don't say do that style of everything, but I mean, when you had Captain America showing up, Doctor Strange helping out when something broke out at the school, that Peter, it was just like it fit. Everything was perfect. It's like, yeah, that literally should be Spider-Man in the MCU.
You said Captain America, but which, like Sam or Steve?
It was Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a perfect universe. It was Steve. Yeah, so
perfect universe. Captain America, Steve.
They had Iron Man. I mean, everybody. It was everybody. So I think they should model it off of that as well.
They said, we have enough black characters here. We race swap the Osborns. Let's do Steve, okay? Don't want it too black.
I actually like that. I didn't dislike the Osborns being race swapped as much as I thought I would. Didn't mind it. And then I also didn't mind when people were saying make Coleman Domingo him in live action. I was like, hey, you know what? Why not? He said he wanted to be a villain.
Norman Osborn.
I don't really see him as Green Goblin, but hey. He's as Norman Osborn. I could see him as Norman, but as the Goblin, I can't see Coleman doing that whole split personality Norman.
I think you need time to develop. No, he could do it. He could absolutely do the role. I'm just saying in general, with the Green Goblin to Hobgoblin arc, I think we're a little bit late. Like we probably should have planned a little bit further ahead for that if that's where we were going. Because now you talk about post-college now. Like it'd be one thing if we were working our way through our college years. But like by this time, Norman should already be dead. Yeah. No, not Doc Connors, the Norman and Harry Osborn. Like by this time, Norman should already be.
If he's in college, he should be coming up on Dr. Connors then, right? The Lizard.
Oh, yeah. Peter should be. Yes. Yeah. He should be running into Doc Connors. And then eventually Doc Ock, right? Like we're kind of behind the curve to start the whole Green Goblin thing. That predates a lot of other stories that we're coming up on now. So I don't feel like it's necessary. Maybe this iteration doesn't have a Green Goblin.
This iteration doesn't have a lot. It doesn't have a goblin. I mean, you can always, I mean, they were originally one of the storylines for Spider-Man, 4 was going to be the whole Devil's Reign storyline with Kingpin. So you have Kingpin still. You've got some of those guys that you can still throw in. I would love to see Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin go at.
But again, they need shared cooperation for that to work, though. They need D'Onofrio in the Spider-Man projects as much as they need him in the street level Disney Plus stuff, as much as they need him on the silver screen in the MCU. They're gonna have to if they want to do Devil's Reign correctly, they're gonna have to re-up Vincent D'Onofrio. They're going to have to give him a multi-project deal to show up on both silver screen and small screen to
He'd be worth it.
Make sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah, he'd be worth it. And he wants to do it. He wants to do it. He's already said one of the things he really wants to do is have his Kingpin go up against Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I want that,
man.
Let's build to it.
90s cartoon all over again.
Man.
We also have to have a Luke Cage on screen as well to assume the mayorship and eventually the governorship.
He's back. They're back. They're all, and you know, I do strongly believe the rumor that they're showing up in. That's a lot of. I don't know if I believe the rumor that they're showing up in Brand New Day. That's a lot of people in Brand New Day if they're because you know supposedly officially Sadie Sink is Jean, so it's like
Jean Grey.
Yeah, so you got
but it's officially according to who? Like who confirmed it?
No, not a trade.
The only thing I kept seeing was official. I'm like, who's saying it? Who said it?
Not a trade. Then you got Josh talking about it. Marvel knows he specifically cracked it.
I believe him.
Fam. Okay. Whatever. I'll let people have it. If that's what you think, that's what you think. I just want to know who confirmed that it's actually going to be Jean Grey. Because it just this film, the Spider-Man film, so random. At least Doomsday, there feels like there's a concerted narrative that they're working towards. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Spider-Man. I have no clue.
I have no clue.
Hulk and murder allegations and the Hand and Tombstone. Oh, by the way, Punisher. All the Defenders here. I don't know what the fuck. Right, Punisher. Apparently, Jean Grey running around with the Punisher. What?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I know. Out of all the rumors, I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on with this one. This one's all over.
I guess it is all over the place. It better be a 2.5 hour movie. Otherwise, this shit is going to be a speed race of nostalgia.
We should be getting that trailer next month? Then they said 4. They remember 4 months is so. What people were saying was they did the whole 4-month thing last year, 4 years ago, 5 years ago with No Way Home, and now they're going to do the 4-month thing again. So when's the movie? July?
Okay.
So probably in April.
So
maybe
April?
March. Yeah, April, maybe in March. And they might do it this month. They might put it out this month. But I'm ready. I'm ready for that one. I want to see what the hell is going on.
For sure.
Did you see why Rothman said China decided not to put the movie in?
If that's real,
Liberty, yeah,
fam. Oh, you talking about 250, maybe even $300 million because of
I would have said,
generated because of the Statue of Liberty. Ain't no Statue of Liberty. What Statue of Liberty? We'll fight somewhere else. Can we do the Empire State Building?
Which doesn't, because remember they were making that damn statue a fucking big deal, as if it was going to play a larger, not like wake up and do shit, but like going to be a monument of importance in the MCU, because it was holding Cap's shield and all this kind of stuff. Ain't seen that damn statue since it wasn't in Daredevil. He's in New York. Yeah. I would have said
ain't no Statue of Liberty. Statue of who? No, we don't even got that, dog. We good. You said you're sick, you're poor. We don't do that. It's gone. Get it out of here.
Yeah, been gone. Yeah, the Dooms. I agree with what Rain Cornelius just said down there. The Doomsday stuff is exhaustingly. It's been exhausting. new leak here every day, new rumor here that Dr. Doom's help is coming from here. Oh, wait a minute, somebody's new has entered the chat and they've got it. It's like, man, it's a lot. I'm like, can we just? I need a trailer by this time.
I think the difference between the Doomsday leaks and Spider-Man is that while we're confused by the Doomsday leaks, it's a lot of stuff that like maybe we would like within the right context. We just don't understand how it fits. Mm-hmm. Doomsday, on the other hand, is pitching us some things that we don't necessarily want to hear. At first, they got everybody excited talking about, oh, well, this is going to lead into a split of Secret Wars, and then all of a sudden, like, oh no, that's not happening. We're the part 1, part 2 is Doomsday Secret Wars, and then it's the does anybody recognize that Doom looks like Tony, or are they just going to act like it's not a thing, like it doesn't play a role? Like, I hope not. Like I hope not. I hope there's a reason why he looks like the guy that everybody knows and loves.
They say they're not going to address it, which is just crazy to me. I'm like,
insanity. It's insane.
So he's going to take his mask off at some point, look like Tony, and nothing.
Nobody's going to say a word. Don't you ever say anything to me about recasting ever again. Don't you ever say it. If they go with that route, don't you ever. But no, I don't. That can't be. That can't be. If you believe them, if you believe them about them having this plan back in 2015, 14, or whatever.
I don't. Do you believe that? I don't believe that shit. I do not believe an obvious that.
Pivot to me. Could it have been on a board somewhere when they were spitballing and they were doing one of their conferences? Like, oh, what if we bring back Tony as Dr. Doom? Okay, maybe. Did you have a specific plan to have Robert Downey Jr. come back at this time as Dr. Doom? Fuck no. No.
But that this whole thing about Marvel's been cooking this up. No, they haven't, because if they were cooking it up, the Kang stuff wouldn't have panicked them so much. They would have, like, the shit after Quantumania, they were panicking. Like, no, so ain't
it amazing that they want us to believe that they changed the entire, or they didn't. Well, this was the plan, but there was all this pivot motion around the performance of Quantumania, and then they go out and they put up Thunderbolts and Brave New Day, or whatever, and all these, and the Marvels and all these other flops. But it was Quantumania that let them know that they needed to correct the direction of Kang and Kang Dynasty and all that other stuff. It's like, okay, so Kang Dynasty performed so bad that you knew you had to pivot, but you just grinned and bared it through the Marvels, through Brave New Day, through Thunderbolts, through Fantastic Four. You just ate it. You kept on going along on your way to Doomsday. So where was the pivot there? Where was the course correction there? But this was all the plan anyways, right? Because we were always supposed to get to Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. There's that.
No.
Yeah.
Because also, if it was always the plan to do this with Robert Downey Jr., you would have been sprinkling in Doom here, there. He'd have been something. It was never the plan. Even if you didn't show Downey, because you're not, obviously paying him more than $190 million to cameo here, cameo there. Even if you didn't show him, you had a sprinkled hints at Doom. We have seen, and I don't show me shit from Iron Man 3 with the Illuminati app on his. Don't show me that shit, because that wasn't planned. I don't show me shit with what did they say?
Wakanda Forever post-credit scene.
Remember, it was apparently that was supposed to be there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the okay, now that I do believe, because there was the pre-res photos and shit for that. I do believe that one. But I don't believe that they were going to. I believe Doom was going to be in the Wakanda Forever post-credit scene, but he wasn't going to be I still don't think he's going to be the big bad. I think he probably would have been for Secret Wars, but it was still going to be Kang's show all the way up until that Secret Wars show. I think it, because I still don't know how you would have done Secret Wars without Doom, but
Ant-Man 2, the mysterious buyer that wanted the Pym particle was rumored to be Doom as well. So I think they had Doom plans, but Robert Downey doing Doom.
Yeah.
Moon Knight. So I think they had Doom plans. It just wasn't Robert Downey Jr. comes back as Doom plans.
No, yeah.
Seems hard to believe.
That's the part I just don't believe. Like, oh, they've been cooking this for years and you guys just haven't been paying attention. No. No.
Like, first of all, they're not that good anymore. They don't pay attention to stuff like that no more.
Sony's got a brand new Spider-Man universe. Let's move on. Let's see a super chat.
Payback, homie, I'm bringing CA back, and I don't do button-up shirts or drive Maybachs.
I forgot about Forever. Season 2 is probably due by now, right? It's been a year.
I think I just saw her on the red card. The girl. Damn, what is her character's name? I can't even think about her. What's her name now? Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. Yeah, she was on the red carpet talking about Forever. I do think there is a season 2 on the horizon, so be looking up for that. No date though announced as of yet.
$2 from Battery. My screen's fuzzy. What does it say, Marcus?
It says Arby's, Marcus, have some self-respect, bro. Canes. First of all, Arby's has the meats. Pause. I love Arby's.
I hate that saying for them. And not because of the pause moments. I just think it's very hate it. I fuck with Arby's on their mozzarella sticks, nothing else, but their mozzarella sticks are some of the best.
First of all,
fast food.
I trust the place that you actually can look back there and see them carving the meat, like they not warming it up in vats of water in plastic bags. I respect it. I respect it.
Hey, I worked at Cane's in high school. I know that those.
Well, Cane's is legit. Cane's is also freshly made.
Those tenders are fresh.
Your chat lit up. Oh my god. Yeah, it's all about putting your meats in plastics. Everybody
loves the meats.
Yeah. No, I don't like Arby's. I want to know who's keeping those people like you keeping Arby's in business. Because I was wondering how they survived the pandemic. I was like, they survived the pandemic? What?
First of all, Arby's is that place that nobody's ever actually been to, but just makes fun of because everybody else made. It's like it's a psyop, bro. It's
no.
Think people who hate on Arby's haven't walked into an Arby's in over 10 years. And it's your loss because the food's delicious.
Those gyros are not it. Not it.
They're okay. They're obviously not local. They're not a local gyro spot, but it's edible.
It's edible.
You'd hope.
It's edible, but it made my stomach hurt a little bit.
But the brisket sandwich, there's nobody else selling brisket sandwiches in fast food. Period. That's actual brisket. Chicken bacon Swiss, second to none. Best chicken sandwich in the fast food market.
Oh,
I don't really eat the roast beef.
Popeyes. You don't like Popeye's chicken sandwich?
It's better than Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Oh, brother.
For sure.
Brother.
It's bad. I don't want to bring back the chicken sandwich wars, but I'm telling you, at one time, I was a 5 days a week, leave the office, go get you some fast food type of guy. I've tried them all. Arby's is elite in the chicken sandwich game.
Thank you for that.
Maybe tomorrow I might get a chicken sandwich from Arby's.
Go get that chicken bacon Swiss dog with honey mustard sauce.
With the honey sauce.
All right, I'll try it. Now, you got me on the curly fries, which I'm a sub for some mozzarella sticks. But yeah.
Let's look at Wonder Man's viewership for the week of January 26th, February 1st. A show like His and Hers, which came out weeks before, it had more minutes watched than Wonder Man, who had 618 millions of minutes watched with their 8 episodes. This is them debuting on Disney Plus. They're being outperformed by Fallout, His and Hers, Landman, The Traitors. They just nearly beat Miss Rachel on Netflix. 8 episodes, and they began to chart, which is what they want. They don't want the embarrassment of not appearing on that chart. So you got what you wanted with your 8 episodes. At what cost, though? Because that sucks.
Along with the update that it was one of the lowest outputs of any of their new shows that they put on there. I told you they were going to try to find a way to spin it, and I don't even think they found a successful way to spin this one, because the only story that's circulating about their watch time is the fact that it's one of the lowest outputs. So I don't. Wonder Man is exactly what we thought it was going to be. People tried to make it something it wasn't after the show came out. You know, they didn't bother to pump it up before. Excuse me, in any real way. But after the fact, they did as much damage control as they could on it. They got people to talk about it very flowery and whatnot. But they even fainted like they were going to fast track a season 2. That news has gone. It's just poof into oblivion. So I don't think we'll be seeing any more of Yaya's Wonder Man, unfortunately, because verifiably and quantifiably nobody's watching it.
Yeah. And you know what I didn't need? Nielsen to tell me that.
Like, yeah, just I was when they were listening to him talk about it, and I'm like, so you really thought that this was the one? Huh? Did you honestly think that you hit gold with this? Like, the most accurate thing I heard about Wonder Man is when Daniel Destin Cretton said that this was almost a tax write-off, because I understand why it was in the category of being about to be written off, because why even did I sit down and watch this shit? And even more than that, what did you do to make yourself integral to the MCU going forward? What did you do with this show that made Simon Williams matter to the rest of the MCU going forward?
The show.
Most accurate thing I heard, that this shit was about to be a tax write-off.
Oh man, that is funny. Okay. I see. Yeah, nobody watched Daredevil either. That was shit too. Daredevil was shit. Wonder Man was shit. Ironheart was shit.
Realize the characters you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
No, Daredevil
they
shouldn't
gonna
have
give Daredevil a second shot. Yeah, second shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they already done with that shit. The before Daredevil season 1 even ended, we had shots of him in his new suit for season 2.
Season 2.
So yeah, no, because
they were so confident that it was gonna work. They were so sure.
And I don't think this season's gonna get the viewership they're thinking it's gonna get either.
Oh yeah, Arthur.
Great, Arthur. I'm sure your eyeballs are in great health because of that.
Wonder Man was awful. Awful.
Good job,
awful.
Arthur. Welcome to the stream, Arthur.
Great.
I was like, first of all, like I said, that Doorman episode, I was just like, we could have done that really, and just a simple explanation of him telling Trevor about that in the car ride instead of us diverting a whole episode to do it. Okay, well, hey. But no, I really hated that show. But I've not. It's not just Wonder Man. I didn't like Daredevil. I didn't like Ironheart. I didn't like. I didn't many of them since WandaVision, Loki. I really the cracks for me really started showing at that
Hawkeye,
Falcon Winter Soldier show for Disney Plus, at least. I was like, this.
They were still operating on another level at that point, though. Like they were still trying to break into the streaming market. They were trying to draw people in. My downfall, like my tipping off point, was probably Moon Knight, when I realized what they were trying to do with these shows. Like when we got to Moon Knight, I was so hyped to have Oscar Isaac donning one of these roles, especially a guy that I was still actively reading comics on. So like it was dope. But then, you know, you start getting getting to the meat of the season, and you realize like this is basically just gonna be a big fake out. Like the whole thing is going to be a fake out. Is they're not going to allow you to see the most interesting parts of what is happening with this character right now. They're going to try and push it off to season 2, and they're never getting a season 2.
No.
So it's just like that's when I realized, like, I don't think Kevin Feige is as involved as he feigted that he was early on in these process. Because how could you be? How did this shit turn out? Unless you were just incompetent yourself,
I think
how
he was
could it have
just
gotten this
agreeing
far
with
away
it.
from source?
Yeah, I think he was agreeing with that. I think he sat in there with Moon Knight. They said, hey, right when he's about to punch that werewolf, let's have the camera pan to the wall. And then everyone will love that. So Kevin
You know,
was
these long exposition parts where we're talking or we're on a boat for like 7 minutes. Usually people pay that off with a large amount of action at the end of the episode. How about he just faints and we wake up and everybody's already on the ground?
brilliant.
Yeah.
They'll love it. Because
Cinema.
at that time they thought that they could still feed the audience, because still for Moon Knight, I think they were still somewhat thinking they were top game for them. And they thought that they could feed the audience us anything, and we were just going to, because they were Marvel Studios at that point. They were Marvel Studios. We had captured people that have never even picked up a fucking comic book. We are Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it failed tremendously failed for them. So
let's jump to Super before we do BAFTA. Cross season 2. He chasing snow bunnies now. LOL.
Dog, and it's like it's fucking with me. It's fucking with me. That is, it's him and Elle is on the outs, and Elle acting, she playing the fuck out of crazy right now. And he got his nose all wide. I'm like, oh, Alex, listen, brother, just hold on a little bit longer. I think it'll fix itself though by the end of the season. I think it'll work itself out.
Yeah, it have to fix itself. And they filmed this back to back with the first season. I remember this isn't in reaction. There's no theory here about season 1 did so well that they just needed to temper down, and so I don't have those feelings. I hate it though.
For more than just the on-screen reasons too, and it's very bothersome, and I'm hoping that it's not a trend that continues.
Oh yeah, the actress is with the occupation.
Yeah, she's former IDF, and it's just like, it feels nasty because then they're kind of absolving her as well in the narrative, and this feels like propaganda.
Yeah.
My girl wanted to stop watching after that. Yeah, it got to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, this man fell down in the snow. But I hold on, give him a chance, y'all. I think he's gonna come back to his senses.
Culture said,
give him a minute.
Hey, man, sometimes you want to ski.
You got to hit the slopes. Hey, as long as there isn't well, you know what? I'm not even going to speak that into existence. I'm not even going to talk that up because it's not going to happen, and they're not going to write that into the show. So we're just going to stay away from it. It's not going to happen. Positive vibes.
Yeah, when something is extremely negative, by mentioning it, you give it airtime and you allow it to fester and survive another circuit. That's why we need to eliminate certain swear words, slurs, and things, so that should somebody with Tourette's go all out and say these things and are susceptible to saying things, one of the things they say isn't that word. So here's the BAFTA situation. There is an update since me and Darius went off on it. BAFTA says it has begun comprehensive review after slur incident at Film Awards. You see Zach Nitzim here? You see this guy who wrote this article? You see the picture of him over there? You see that? Okay, cool. Worth noting. Guys like that, even on publications like this, Deadline, which is owned by Penske Media, guys like that sometimes come through with some of this coverage. So BAFTA told its members this afternoon so he wrote this on Tuesday, I think, told its members this afternoon that it has started what is described as a comprehensive review of Sunday's Film Awards after a slur was used when Michael B. and Delroy were on stage. We want to assure all our members that a comprehensive review is underway. The awards body said in a letter, which you can read in the full below. The fallout from Sunday's BAFTA has been major. During the ceremony, John Davidson, the subject of the movie I Swear, could be heard shouting various expletives throughout the ceremony due to his Tourette's, and shouted the N-word when Sinner Stars presented an award. He subsequently left the auditorium. The BBC has been widely criticized for leaving up a version of the ceremony on iPlayer, in which the racial slur was audible for 15 hours before it was taken down. The broadcaster did, however, edit a significant portion of Akinolo Davies Jr.'s BAFTA speech, including a part where he says, "Free Palestine." I also heard that your boy from Nightcrawler, he had a slur thrown against him where he called him a French baguette, but that didn't make the air.
So yeah, they took that one out.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Alan
I was
Cummings
gonna say they took that one out. They also edited out the dude saying "Free Palestine" in his acceptance speech, and they left in the hard ER. Fuck your comprehensive review. There's no comprehensive review needed. We saw it play out on real time. They decided in the studio to cut out the F slur, to cut out "Free Palestine," and to allow that man to scream the hard ER while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on screen. So it was a choice. It was a choice. And it's very obvious why that choice was made. Now, you can do what you're supposed to do and reprimand and or fire the individuals who are responsible for that, or not. But don't tell me that, oh, we're reviewing, we're investigating. There is no investigation needed. It was quite obvious what happened. I, for one, think it's very obvious as to why it happened that way, but you're free to explain why it happened, in your own terms or whatever. I'm just saying you're blowing smoke up our ass when you're telling us that this requires an investigation. We all saw it play out in real time. Okay. They went through the time to make sure that the other things didn't get through. But the one thing that they found acceptable to be said was the one thing that made it onto the broadcast. And even furthermore than that, I understand that Tourette's is an uncontrollable, like spasm-like disease. Like it's not something that's voluntary that you can control. Does that stop you from apologizing yourself? Like I understand you wanted to be removed, and they promised you that they would, edit out any of your obscenities, and they just so happen to leave the worst one in the broadcast. But does Tourette's stop you from apologizing to the individuals that you offended as an individual? You. Right. If there's one thing that we can do for the disabled community is to treat them as equals, is to hold them accountable for the things that they're accountable for. You may not be accountable for the spasm, but you're certainly accountable for how you handle it after the fact, right? Or does the fact that you have a disability excuse all of your actions? I don't think that that's how that happens. I don't think that's how that works. So I'm struggling to comprehend anybody's response to this. Alan Cumming gets up there and says, "Oh, well, if you were offended, well, yours didn't get broadcasted to millions of people at home, didn't make it all over the internet for people to hear, right? You actually had to be in the place to hear what he called you. So it's very easy for you to brush it off your back, right? Because you don't have to open up your phone and see it relived 96,000 times on your feed. But see, theirs went out to the entire world. And you're running the "if you were offended" line, like as if you could listen to that as a black person and not be. I feel like everybody's fucking apology was piss poor. The lack of an apology was appalling. But the fact that they again chose to edit out other parts of that speech and left that one in, there's no investigation. I'll piss my head and call it rain. You made a decision, a conscious choice to take out one thing and leave the other in.
Reading more, because there was an update, another article from Deadline. Warner Brothers complained about BAFTA racial slur incident and requested it to be cut from the BBC broadcast. Exclusive, WB raised immediate concerns about the involuntary slur directed at the stars of Sinners, requesting the incident be removed from BBC. Deadline can reveal. A well-placed source told Deadline that Warner Brothers executives made a complaint to BAFTA within minutes of Tourette's campaigner John Davidson's verbal tick. So, first things first, this well-placed source, love it. I love who this person is who's working at Warner Brothers, who's not afraid to let this stuff out. I wish there wasn't no anonymity. I wish we knew who it was, but it is what it is. Maybe it was Ryan Coogler, because if it's minutes afterwards, it had to be Coogler or someone who's actually there to let them know AOWB, make sure legal.
Well, even the studio,
BBC.
I can see somebody from the executive office in the studio not wanting that to play on TV. This Sinners is important for Warner Brothers as much as it is for Ryan Coogler.
And I think it's a black woman. I don't think that there's any question about this one. A well-placed source, so that's this person said the studio received assurances that its concerns would be passed to the BBC and producer Penny Lane TV during the recording of the ceremony, which was broadcasted on a 2-hour time delay. That is damning. The source's account raises questions about the version of events given by the BBC and Penny Lane, which was that producers in the gallery were not aware of what had been said until it was too late, meaning that the outburst directed at Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, was screened on BBC One. You know you're messed up, right? You know you're messed up, right? Because you didn't think that someone would speak to Deadline and say, actually, nah, we let them know. You thought like this was all in-house. No one's going to rat us out. We're all on the same team. We can put a lie out publicly. It's kind of like Kathleen Kennedy. And then Ryan Johnson would come out and say something like, no, I wasn't too afraid of the fan backlash. You thought you were Kathleen Kennedy, didn't you, BBC?
Yeah, no, man.
This is all, like I said, we talked about this on whatever day it was, Monday, Tuesday. This has been exhausting. And not so much just so the back and forth of John Davidson. It's not even really a back and forth of John Davidson. He has yet to, I want to make sure I'm saying this correct, because I heard it from one thing, but I didn't look it up myself. I did not see a post from Deadline or anybody else. Did he apologize directly to Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan as of yet? No, we don't know.
I wonder if he apologized to Alan Cumming.
So if he has not apologized to Delroy Lindo or Michael B. Jordan directly yet, as I said, I've been arguing with, I'm not so much anymore because I'm exhausted. It's because on Twitter it's graduated. It's not even so much even about the Tourette's anymore on Twitter. Now the conversations within threads are just flat out just racism. It's just flat out racism. Like, let's see, when the other day when Michael B. Jordan's mother, the article came out that Michael B. Jordan was repulsed by the word and that his mother was left in tears because of, hearing that in front of everybody, blah blah blah. Again, it's the people online that are saying the dumbass shit that they're saying. Like this is one of my favorite ones. She said, somebody had said, toughen up. If a word like that repulses you and makes you cry, from somebody that has Tourette's, then would you feel that would you be repulsed and cry if a toddler said that to you? And I'm so sick of the toddler thing, because I've seen that been going around. Toddler, the kid said it. Let me explain something to you. If you're not black and you've never been called that word, even if a child says it, if it's just me and the child in the room, is that going to hurt my feelings? Is that going to embarrass me? No. But if it's me and a child in a room full of 10 other grown ass motherfuckers and I'm the only black person in there and I get called the hard R by a white child, it's not going to make me want to beat the child up. But yes, it's going to hurt. It's still going to be embarrassing. I'm the only one in there being called a slur that carries generations of trauma, hatred, and oppression. Regardless of the age that says it, regardless of where it comes from, it hurts. That's what's not being transparent online. And I don't care if you have black folks that have tics or capoeira or whatever it's called that are out there telling you to feel a certain type of way and telling black folks to feel a certain type of way, and then you want to tokenize them and use them in your arguments. I don't care about that, because one thing that a lot of those people, especially that one girl we watch, that she's doing, she is championing her, which is fine. I understand that you have a disability, but you are also black. You are also black. So you also heard the same word that we heard. Regardless, until you walk a day in a black person's shoes, you do not get to tell us how to feel about a word. You do not get to try to tell us how to feel about it coming from this party or this age or that age. It does not matter, bro. It does not matter. And that is what is being, it's not so, I don't even know if it's being missed online. Maybe it's willful. Maybe motherfuckers just don't care because we are just such a hated race. I don't know.
But one thing that has been so apparent online outside of all of this shit has been going on with John Davidson, because he hasn't said anything else since apologizing, not to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, but apologizing just because whatever. It's just been people on the people online still, and will never. I not that I was under any illusion from or anything like that, but will never, no matter how much they say we stand with you, we see you. Oh my God, they will never ever see us or understand what it's truly like to be Black, not just in America, in the world, because this is worldwide shit coming from Twitter.
This is the BAFTAs.
Crazy. And it's exhausting. I feel like Patrick from SpongeBob. I want to get Black folks, and I just want to push us somewhere else. Let's get Bikini Bottom and just push it somewhere else. Because it's like, y'all, it's like the hatred over our just pure existence. Because it's like I said, it's graduated from, not that I'm under any illusions. This is not new hatred. I'm aware of that. It's not new hatred. It's just the amplification of it right now is just,
yeah.
I can't. It's been, yeah, it's exhausting.
I love what it exposes here. The article continues. WB is said to be skeptical of the BBC and Penny Lane's version of events, and considers the explanation inadequate given the gravity of the concerns it raised on the night. Even setting aside Warner's complaint, sources in the Royal Festival Hall auditorium said Davidson's interruption was clearly audible in the room, with sources questioning why an urgent message was not sent to the gallery. For their story to be true, it means that nobody in the room mentioned it to the BBC or BAFTA in the 2 hours between the incident and it airing. That's just not possible. A senior independent producer told Deadline. That was someone else who's Black.
Thank
I love
you.
how no
Doesn't
one's
even
willing to
make
just
sense.
pretend. I love how people are speaking out against this, and they're not gonna. I'll be blackballed from the Hollywood or what's BAFTA's wood? England wood. I'll be blackballed if I speak out. Nah, we're speaking out today. You can't lie.
I also just how much of this could have been staved off by just common decency, and again, go back to holding people accountable. You may not have been able. Yeah, you may not have been able to control what was coming out of your mouth. You absolutely control your actions after. And you just getting up and walking out of the room after doing that to folks. Fam, you're still an adult and you still hear the words that are coming out and you see everybody's reaction. What does it cost you to say, hey, Delroy, Michael, obviously you know my condition. My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to interrupt profusely. Let me buy you a drink. Something. Anything other than your ass to kiss. And so Tourette's be damned. A racist is a racist.
A racist.
And so if you knee-jerk reaction came out and then the only thing you have for everybody was the slit in your back, okay, I don't have any sympathy for you.
Right.
I wouldn't say.
I'm sorry, let me just say this really quick. You got people twisting it. You said, it would be, like I said, too, I agree with you in the accountability. It just takes simple accountability. Just come out and say, hey, I apologize. And personally, I don't need it. I'm mad for Michael and Delroy because they didn't receive it. Yes, it's a word that affects us all and we all heard it, but those two were on stage in front of all of their white peers. They were on stage and were called something that is dehumanizing. And so all you had to do was just come out and say, I am so sorry. Y'all know I live with Tourette's. That was involuntary. To Michael and Delroy, I apologize. Didn't want to steal y'all's moment. Let's go on with the show. You would have still had fractions of people online saying whatever. I wouldn't have been one of them. I wouldn't have been one of the ones going back and forth with people. Because the accountability was there. That's all it takes is just a simple accountability. All you had to do was say, boom, I'm sorry. But you can't do that because you got people flipping it now talking about, what would be awesome? If at least one of these two came out, Michael or Delroy, and said, we've looked into Tourette's and John Davidson in his life story, and all is forgiven. He clearly meant no harm, but they won't do that. And that says more about their characters than John. This is I'm like, so y'all want the niggas to, we always have to extend grace. We always have to say sorry.
So I didn't get an apology in the moment there. Where we at their war show, but I have to fall on a grenade for him to protect his.
Right.
It's very obvious the strategy is for John Davidson to
Got the
back
nerve.
away from it. His first apology that he did on Monday was, "This is what Tourette's really is, and this is I'm just going to prove to you how I didn't do it on purpose." And that was the focus of it. Just it was unintentional, guys. I can even prove it. There's lots of data. It was unintentional. That was the strategy. And now we're just not. The people will forget about it next week. They don't think of it the way that I think of it, or whoever wrote this article, because it continues. It says Warner Brothers is understood to have been in contact with BAFTA repeatedly during the evening, making the organization aware of other instances involving Davidson, including unintentional comments made to Sinners production designer Hannah Beachler. They knew about the Hannah Beachler thing that we covered on Monday. A source told Deadline that who is this source? That Warner Brothers representations continued after the awards, with executives confronting BAFTA CEO Jane Millichip and the chair Sarah Putt at the post-show dinner. Was it Kugler? Who the hell's Warner? Who was the Warner representative who went up to the CEO Jane Millichip and Sarah Putt? Was it Kugler? Was it Mr. Hey, I'm gonna need all your guys' badge numbers? Is that like whoever this hero is who did that? And then whoever's speaking to Deadline right now, who are these unknown sources and people doing the work? Thank you, because now I can look at the CEO, I can look at Sarah and your girl Jane Millichip, and I can say, if you are still involved in BAFTA, nobody black should be associated with that BAFTA awards in 2027. Period.
2028, 2029, 2039,
Yeah,
2060.
BAFTA.
Never go back. Never
Can
go
you
back.
Explain this, Tina. Who's Todd, and what is the scheme? Like,
Yeah.
break this down for me, because I'm definitely not following. Who's Todd?
Back to what he said and his intent, and knowing he's racist, knowing he's not racist, and all that stuff. It's his post Tourette's outburst that makes me go, "What the fuck?" But like him saying the word. Do you know how the Google alerts? Did you guys see that story? No. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Google posted an apology for.
Oh, yeah. The Google alert that said see more on.
Oh, yeah, and it said more about
It used the hard. It used the hard R. Okay.
Yeah.
A Google AI only takes what is out there in the ether, emails and stuff. If you look, for example, in the files that weren't redacted, they were like, don't bring any. They didn't say don't bring black girls to the island. They said don't bring on the island, as if it's don't bring Italian, don't bring Arabs, don't bring, like, it's just a word in there. So the AI has heard it used so much on the internet that it said, see more about hard R. Like, that's actually a synonym for black people. That's a problem. That's the world that the guy with Tourette's, John Davidson, lives in. So I can see why he would say something like that, because it's so common around him. We just pretend it's not, but it is very common, especially dudes in their 50s. That's the word that they use to associate.
And like you just said, they pretended. They try to pretend it's not. We know fully. Don't tell me that these white folks ain't using. Bro, stop. They talking about. I saw a post that said, "Oh, the N-word would be almost taboo if black people didn't use it." Shut the fuck up. Come on, man. Come on. They use it at home. They're using it at home. It's like water. It runs out like a faucet for them. They're like a faucet. It just runs out like water for them. They're using it at home.
You know what's hilarious about that statement is that you saying that, like, oh, it would be obsolete if black people stop saying it. You acting like black people are using it with y'all. Like,
right?
What do black people say then amongst themselves have to do with you saying it, existing in your mouths? It's not like we're interfacing saying it with you.
And that's their shit too. I've seen that one. Well, if they're so upset about it, why do they use it amongst themselves? First of all, it's reasons you'll never understand. It's reasons you'll never understand.
Mind your business. What does that have to do with you? Mind your business.
I can't. Oh, I haven't said anything else. I haven't argued with nobody about it in 2 days, and I'm proud of myself. So I can on Twitter. I've had to,
just like Delroy said. Say it. Say what you want to say. Go ahead.
Say it.
I'll say it with you.
Let's say.
What's the context of that clip? Is it a movie? Is it him? Where's that from?
He was doing an interview, and somehow they got on the subject of black people saying the N-word, and he looked at dude and said, "Say it. Come on, go ahead. Say it. Say what you want to say. I'll say it with you. Come on.
I think that is a bit from something though.
Okay, that's conflicting reports. I really want to know though if it was a bit.
Is that from a movie? I thought it was. From
I don't think it's from a movie. I think it's from like a. It is from a show. Hold on.
It's another one of those Key and Peele
out of
skits
me. I thought it was real news.
Okay.
He says from
it's
what?
a movie. It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Hey, they got me. They got my ass. I thought it was on somebody's news channel.
It's a sketch, not an interview. Lindo said so. All right, good.
Okay.
Well, Lindo did he did your girl J Hud. He did her. No questions were asked about it. I guess that's the route he's going to take, where he's not going to speak up on it. I will not point my finger at him or say where's the sufficient.
I said this. I said I wouldn't either. Remember? Because it's like, why do I want to bring up a dehumanizing moment again and bring down the entire room with another black person who's interviewing? And we're about to talk about the N-word that we both know. We both know, you being a black person who's interviewing me being the black person being interviewed, we both know how damaging that word. We don't need to go into the minute details for the audience about what that word means. You want to know what that word means? Google already is gearing you up for it. Click on see more for niggers. There you go. Learn more. Shit. We're not going to educate you on the word. Not going to do it.
Niggers.
Not going to do it.
Oh, man.
So I don't blame Delroy. I don't blame Michael. I don't want to discuss it unless it's an apology being given to me directly. We have nothing to talk about.
Yes, so you don't need them to make a statement against it, any condemnation,
He said it was repulsed. He was repulsed.
Okay. I also don't know if the Jennifer Hudson was filmed like before Sunday. I don't know. I would assume not, but whatever. Look, there's no right way to be a victim. You can handle it how you want to handle it. You can get on phone calls if you want to deal with BAFTA later on. I feel that Delroy is not going to get a resolution no matter what he does. I paused because it's just like, remember that time we were talking about Forever and how your girl had the tape and it's like, do we tell the parents or not? And I'm like, it's not to open that up. I don't want to get into 10 minutes on it again, but she is in control of her pain, of her, and this was what I was taking, and I know you disagree. Don't add to it. You don't have to speak for it. You're not going to resolve it. You're only going to magnify it more and bring more attention to it. Let's let it get out of our system. Let's think of Delroy Lindo not as victim on BAFTA stage, but Delroy Lindo as significant actor. I hope he does more press, not bringing it up just to like, oh, that was a blip on the radar. We don't need to let the thing grow. I'm the person who was affected by it. So let me control how you guys think of me and see me. Side note, remember how Janet Jackson had the thing happen at the Super Bowl? If she would have just not brought it up in interviews, if she would have just put out a hit song later on, made everyone forget about it, I think she could have escaped.
I think she had to address that one.
You could address it once, but if she
would have pulled her titty out on national television, she couldn't just ignore that.
Not that you can ignore it, but when that's all she was ever, when you think of Janet Jackson, it's that right away. I think you can control narratives by making people talk about you the way you want to be talked about. Oh, I'll come on the couch on your TV show. Hey, I'll do this movie and that movie. I'll do this. But no one's allowed to bring up what happened at the BAFTAs. And if like Delroy doesn't need to have no stance on it or nothing. And Michael B. Jordan.
I think that's kind of touchy territory to be in, because just as much as you think you could lead people away from a situation by not talking about it, you can absolutely incense people to dig deeper about an issue from running from it or not talking about it. There are plenty of issues that are going on right now that people are running from that aren't going away because they're not talking about it, right? And so some of the most salacious stuff sometimes does call for at least a response. Now, do you got to do sit down interviews? Do you got to, dig deep into your feelings about it? Maybe not, but a press release at very least addressing it, letting people know that you're cognizant of the issue around it. Sometimes that stuff is just standard. I think you walk a thin line when people are obviously talking about something with you or about you, and you're indignant to it. You don't want to acknowledge it at all. It's a slippery slope. It is a slippery slope.
If I'm Michael B. Jordan, I want my reputation to be the guy who played Smoke and Stack. That's what I want. And then whatever my next project is. So get out there, do an episode of Grey's Anatomy, guest star in some. Get out there. Make sure that people are seeing you for your talents and not thinking of you as the guy on the awards show, like Kanye or something in 2008.
Why did she? No, I'm sorry. I had to look up the boob slip. Why did she just stand there like that?
What is it?
And why did he rip that off anyway?
Because that's the.
Are you talking about Janet?
Yeah, I had to look up the boob slip. I haven't seen it in a while, so I was like, oh, let me see this. Why did he do that? Was that part of the?
I'll have you naked.
It was part of it, but
song.
But I don't think he was actually supposed to rip her titty out. I think it was
supposed to happen, but
there
was supposed to be a rip, but there was still supposed to be something covering
it. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be all the way down to the nip.
And more so, why is it on YouTube where I can just see the whole thing as if I'm watching it for the first time? It's not blurred,
It's like
I don't think we were supposed to see areolas on national TV, Tina. They couldn't plan that. They couldn't plan to get naked on national TV during the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was just supposed to be like a little
and it's all still here. Why is this? And this says Super Bowl nipple.
Well, they can't scrub the internet. It's forever, dog. It was on Al Gore's internet.
It's HD. Yeah, no. And Justin's just sitting there staring like, oh. Interesting.
So
Mike
it's
been live during this time. What did Mike think?
5 days. There is no united all black actors in Hollywood and British Hollywood. There is no stance. There's no, all right, here's a consequence. There's nothing. Are they waiting for the Oscar awards to happen, get their Sinners awards, and then now let's start? Like, what are they waiting on? Or will they not do anything at all because they're all chicken shit? I don't know.
Well, I think the BAFTAs for black actors is probably blacklisted right about now. If not for, the larger black Hollywood community, then definitely by way of however Warner Brothers is able to affect their, American contingency that comes over there and engages with the BAFTAs. I do think you'll see a decrease in that. As far as what will happen in America because of this, I don't know.
I don't think
If we was gonna boycott the Oscars, we could have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let a man 3 leagues away on a different continent just shouting an obscenity be the reason why you boycott the Oscars. Like, no, come on, man, we could have boycotted the Oscars years ago. So no, I don't think this is going to necessarily transfer into our award season.
No, I
over
don't
here.
think so either.
But yeah, probably the BAFTAs is definitely done for high level Black American actors, or even just Warner Brother actors. Because I mean, if we're to believe everything that's reported in this story, they went to them and tried to have this remedied, and even still, it made it onto international airwaves. So.
But I would hope not even. I don't hope it doesn't even stop at just Warner Brothers actors and directors. I hope it. I mean, to me, I mean, they told you what they think about you being at their event. They told you. We censored everything else out, but you N-words. We'll make sure y'all hear that shit. Remember who and what we think of y'all and what y'all are. Loud and clear. Yeah, no.
It was a sticker. It was a nipple piercing, wasn't it? I thought it was a little thing around the Yola. Little Yola appendage.
No, I'm looking at it. She had I was watching it. She had a like a star sticker or something.
Yeah, it was like a star. That's what I remember, the star. Oh, man, what was I? How old? What year was that?
It was 2004. So I was in the 4th grade.
Damn, 2004? 22. I was 11. Yeah. Damn, what a time. What a time.
The Image Awards are coming tomorrow. Maybe there will be some sort of united front, maybe in a crowd full of people. Ryan Coogler will say something about it. I look forward to that if they do have their Banana Boat ESPY Awards moment also. So that's tomorrow. That's going to be huge to me. And if he doesn't say anything, he probably not going to say anything at all. The people, Jane, what's her name? Jane and Sarah, who were working over at BAFTA BBC, those guys can't still be working there and have the same black attendance that they had this year for next year. Something needs to be done there. And if not, I'm gonna look at everyone. I don't care what you're nominated for. I'm looking at everyone as win this award show anymore. There's nothing to value here. You don't want to win this award. Coogler, I hope he never chases another Oscar again, which is what he's been doing over the last month, 2 months, trying to chase this Oscar. I hope he never chases again. I hope he gets it and then put that away. You can call yourself an Oscar award winner, never seek the validation again. You're good.
Is the Oscar chase by all of the Sinners crew making anybody else uncomfortable? It's getting a borderline cringy for anybody else.
I understand why they're doing it, and I hope they never do it again.
I heard the guy who played Cornbread was at another award show, handing out an award. And then in the middle of the presentation to whoever won, he goes, Sinners was not nominated. Sorry, I'm practicing for blah, 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 blah. And come on, man. Like, this is not the time to promote you. I get it. I understand. Like, y'all facing an uphill battle. They kind of stacked the deck against you, I think, with giving you the most nominations, because that just means that you're probably going to get one of the ones that you don't want or it doesn't matter as much. Not, best screenplay or director or lead or whatever. But it's you're laying it on very thick. And now when you moving into other people's recognition to promote your own stuff, it feels away. I don't like them tap dancing for recognition. Who gives a fuck if you got an Oscar? We told you we like it. We spent our money with you. We went out and seen it 2-3 times. We made it a cultural phenomenon. Who gives a shit about an Oscar?
And
why do you need that recognition so much?
Well, the reason why you care about the Oscars is so that you can get more opportunities, because you're Oscar award-winning Ryan Coogler. It does help you in your career for the rest of your career. So if you do it now when you're 39 years old, you'll have that for the next 40 years of movie making. Okay. That's why. It's useful. Just don't do it again. Don't try running for it again.
I would like to see somebody establish that they're a Titan without it. That they are a Titan without it. That they are able to create a legacy worth being revered without having to play that game. Because again, man, it's a meritless measure. It really truly is. Like, they're not giving it out to at least on every category. They are not painstakingly going through every candidate to decide who wins it based off of the merit. So why play the game anyway? Why involve yourself into the politics when you know it's not a fair shake? When you know it's a slanted game that you're playing? Why continue to reaffirm it as something legitimate by competing for it? If we know it doesn't serve us, why do we fight so hard to get it?
Because at the end of the day, we are still just gonna be to them. You can achieve the highest achievement, shatter the ceilings, break all the barriers. What's that black and white cartoon Tina shared on Twitter the other day? Niggas nigga, niggas this, nigga that. You're still just a nigga. Doesn't matter.
If we talking about if it determines how much money you make, then maybe that's a good enough argument for me, I suppose. I don't like reaffirming establishments that we talk about that all the time. Like we go through this all the time. The Grammys, the Oscars. We do this year after year after year. Why do we keep holding up these institutions that don't
care about us?
And it starts with the stars, right? Like, we can talk about how meritless it is all the day, but if you're just going to show up in your Sunday's finest, begging, please, sir, acknowledge me this year. And I mean, they've done it to some of our greats. It's not just the young and up and comings. They've done it to Denzel. They gave goddamn Samuel L. Jackson an honorary fucking Oscar, as if he never earned one in his long filmography. Like he never had an Oscar-worthy performance in his life. They gave him an honorary award. Well, come on, man. How bad do they got to treat us for we get this?
Angela Bassett got one too.
Yeah, and
What
see, Angela. Ooh, she's coming back. Yeah, Angela's too.
We've never had a movie nominated so many times as Sinners has. This does make it a different than the Malcolm X movie or any of Denzel's snubs or Spike's snubs or any of the other movies that have been snubbed. This is rare air. I'm just saying though, after this, please stop. Please don't look for it anymore. Actually, wait to do a movie so cool and so sick that you say, I don't even want to put it in contention for Oscar awards. I'm good. He can't do that with Black Panther 3. That's Disney's movie. But the next time you own something, just say, no, we're good. We're fine. Or at least don't even campaign for it.
As a used to be, because I don't anymore, AAU basketball coach, a honorary trophy you can take to hell. That's to me, that's
an honorary trophy.
Yeah, you can take to hell. That's the
a
equivalent.
Participation award for actors.
Yeah, I mean, I used to hate, even when we would got put out of the championship bracket and get put in the silver bracket and give us here's your first place silver trophy. I don't want that
First place silver trophy. Oxymoron, jumbo shrimp. What are we talking about here? What up, Tina Locklear?
Hey, fellas.
Locklear.
I can't believe y'all ain't never seen the meme of it was a scheme that Todd. Darius, you ain't seen the meme that it was a scheme that Todd set up?
No.
I'll send it to y'all. So when Candy and Todd first got together, Mama Joyce was like, you don't need to be with him. He gonna take your money, da-da-da-da-da. And her aunt, who's older, is like 60-some years old. She was like, I feel like this is a scheme that Todd set up. So that's why I was saying, like, this whole BAFTA situation, like, those award shows are so well produced. This shit was a scheme. They knew what they was doing. Why would you put a microphone in front of that man? Like, I feel like they did this on purpose. Because why?
I agree.
He set it into a mic?
I read an article and they said that this is when everybody started backpedaling. Even he was backpedaling. He was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't even know why. My team was concerned when they put a microphone in front of me because they knew that I would do these outbursts. And I said,
man, what?
40 feet in front, not 40 feet. I'm sorry. They had him sitting back 40 feet, but they had a microphone in front of him. And that's why I said these shows are so produced. They know where they're putting microphones. They know where they're putting cameras. So y'all did this on purpose. Y'all knew this man was going to say some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And put a microphone in front of the guest who has Tourette's. Okay.
Tourette's.
Here's my question. Have y'all seen I'm not watching, I swear, but have y'all seen the clip going around of the blackface? So
finish that blackface.
What is it?
So there's a clip in the movie where he's painting, I'm guessing with a sibling or something, a friend or something, and they're painting their room black, and then they take the paint and they put it on their face.
Huh.
And this is the movie about his life, right? Because he got a movie. Okay. Yeah, all right.
Now they're not saying anything racist, but and now they could have just been painting. I don't know, but people are running with it and saying this is the movie y'all want us to go see and to explain to us how he's not racist.
Imagine having some disability treats you. You get treated differently in life. You get. You're uphill battle your whole life, and you're like, you know what though? Still racist. I'm still gonna be someone who practices slurs and uses all these words and shit. I'm gonna be in the room with a lot of other racist people because I may have Tourette's and I may have my tics, but I'm still white.
But I'm gonna hate
But
them.
I'm still white.
But them N words.
I feel like they used it to promote the movie. I feel like it because the movie's getting ready to come to America the same day that Michael Jackson is coming out. So the movie's coming to America in like a month or two. And when y'all see his first response, like y'all said, wasn't, "Oh, I'm sorry," his first response was, "Now I need to tell you guys about how Tourette's is." And if you watch my movie, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was
If you watch my movie.
And then you had the Tourette's World Organization. I'm getting the words wrong. Please don't. I'm not even trying to be funny. But I'm not even trying to be. Stop, Joe. The
NWO.
Those people that they put out a statement doubling down on it, saying how you all need to educate yourselves, and this was an accident, and this is not blah 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 blah. I was like,
that's what your girl Kill K1 Yoshi. When she did her video, she was like, "No, it's about Tourette's. It's about Tourette's. I want to defend my Tourette's stuff. I don't care about the Tourette's part of it. I don't care about
that. That's it. No one cares. I'm not upset that the man has a disability. He can't help that.
But you can help.
About the lack of accountability, bro. That's it.
You know it happens. It's not the first time in his life that he's done that. He knew it was going to happen at that award show.
I seen a clip of because he has the movie that's coming out that Darius is talking about, but there's also documentaries that he's done, and he's saying in the documentary, when I see black people, I just let racial slurs fly. I just let them go.
Which
so
happened? That was the clip that Stamina was just talking about.
Right. So if you are the BAFTAs, okay, y'all have watched this movie, y'all know about this man. You knew that you had the whole cast of sinners there and other, British black people were going to be there. You knew what the possibility. Why would you put a mic in front of him? Because they wanted this shit to happen.
See, that's where his family was there. His family should have been like, hey, we're not about to, we can't. But unless family was in on, that was just the overall. Hey, everybody.
Well, my point is that even through all of that, you still have a chance to correct it. Like, just like the article said, you would have had to sit up there for 2 hours during the show and not a single person said, "Hey, listen, I don't know if you caught it, but during the acceptance, it was you heard it, right? Okay, we're gonna have to take care of that." Because you found a way to work out Alan Cummings' outburst or the outburst around Alan Cumming, and you found a way to work out Homeboy's Free Palestine part of his acceptance speech. So save it. Save it
for me.
Like, I hear you with the microphone stuff, and that it doesn't really make sense why you would know that individual is going to have outbursts and then make it more audible. But even beyond that, even if that was a mistake, it's definitely not a mistake when you're going back and editing other shit out and leave that in.
That's why I said it was a scheme that Todd set up.
You see all the content creators, British ones, were like, the BBC, they've always been like this, and I'm kind of learning about the BBC and stuff like that. Do you see how many people are like informing and putting out their little shorts? Because it's all over my feed of just in 2012 the BBC did this and then they did that, and I'm like, okay, this is just par for the course.
Yeah, I mean, that too though, with people sharing that, I'm like, oh, okay, so people in Britain have always been racist. Thank you for that update.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm like, the BBC has done some racist shit. They're racist over there.
I knew they were racist. I didn't know they said the N-word. I swear I didn't. I lived in Europe for 4 years. I ain't never hear nobody drop the hard R. They probably said it behind my back, but I didn't know. I swear to God.
They have some other words.
I done heard them say some crazy shit, but I ain't never heard them say the hard R. But in the movie, he said his mama told him never apologize. Because ain't nothing wrong with you. So you don't have to keep apologizing. So that's why he ain't apologized.
But that ain't Tourette's. That's whiteness right there. That is some white people shit. That ain't got shit to do with Tourette's. That's some white people shit. No, honey, you're fine just the way you are. The world morphs around you. Okay? You just let those obscenities fly. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can walk away.
And my thing
got
is,
white mama written all over it.
We all done been to school. We all know kids who are, special education, they autistic or whatever. If they fuck around and hit you, the teacher, hey, apologize. Like, even like, that's why I'm like, what?
Right.
Maybe it's an
What
American
world
thing.
are we living in that
Maybe
just
it's
walked
an
out
American
and
thing.
it's cool? Like,
And he just went to the after party because he was fine to do so.
Yeah.
oh no, you don't understand. I have Tourette's. It's okay. Like,
And that's
And
what
don't have the Sinners crew sitting next to the people from his movie. Like all this shit was a scheme that Todd set up. Why is everybody? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
I'm sorry,
Not so
Stamina.
far.
Stamina corrected me. He said it wasn't his mama. It was his mama's friend that told him he ain't got to apologize. Some white woman told him he don't never have to apologize.
I was about to say, somebody's white mama told him he don't got to apologize.
Yeah, you never gotta apologize. Well, and that's the thing. People on Twitter are saying the same thing. I don't understand why you guys are thinking he needs to apologize. He has Tourette's. What don't you understand from that?
Yeah, they're providing cover for white supremacy.
This shit is insane, bro. So like he must have a second tick. He had the tick that made him say the racist stuff, and then when he thinks about having accountability, he has another tick that make him just forget.
Leave.
Like he got a tick that make him walk out. Yeah. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
He has one for the outburst, and then the adverse tick is not claiming responsibility for anything he do.
Right.
That's
Those are
the
called
other tick.
tacks. The tick tack.
There you go. Tick and tack. There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm over it. Not over that. I'm over the shit online.
Maybe the editor had Tourette's too.
That's toe.
I'll allow it. That's fair. I will allow it.
Let's get into one of the last super chat. No, there's one more super chat. How about give me Idris Elba?
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up every morning, by the night I count stacks.
I tried to warn some of the brothers and sisters that follow Nerdrotic and Jester Bell that they was gonna stay on the racist code. Now they shocked.
Is Jester Bell play on Jezebel?
Yeah, that's a new one. This is Jezebel.
Yeah,
She's like
Jester
a
Bell. She's a
25-year-old little round commentator on stuff like this. I never heard her say anything overtly, but I don't watch her every video. But yeah, I could sense it that she was on that.
She's one of those. She's a anti-woker. That's her thing.
Regardless, though,
yeah.
This is not what I like. We're on Pantheon, baby. It's Chillmonger, it's Tina, it's Darius and Marcus. We've got channels. I want to talk about Black Comic Lords, who are going to do a big panel tomorrow with the Dakota incident, and all of the creators are going to join. I want to talk about how you got to subscribe to the Dramax show with Mika and Blues House, who did another coverage of the BAFTAs themselves, and I want to direct you there. How about the Spoiler Kings? When we're done here, why don't you guys watch them? I don't want to talk about Nerdrotic and Jesterbell and provide attention to the people that we don't think, how relevant are they? Why are we making them more relevant? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate the money, though. Yeah. Go ahead, guys.
You got to know sometimes when you send a super for chill, it comes with a it comes with some preaching and parenting. But thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Chill, you gonna have people stop sending you money. You got to know when to pull it in and pull it.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Yeah, that's right.
Know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when it's sitting at the table. There's enough time for counting when the day's done.
You make me want to double down on this and tell him why he's even more wrong.
Oh Lord.
Guys,
He said,
subscribe to
"Fuck hold 'em and
RDC
fold 'em, baby."
World. Go ahead and give attention to Corey Kenshin. There's a lot of content creators out there who are fire, melanated too. Conspiracy Chill meets Lecture Chill. Stay woke, absolutely.
Chill, you wouldn't
Somebody
be you
the correct way?
if you
Shout out
didn't
to
if
you,
you didn't
whoever that
have
was.
If you didn't have your chill ticks, you wouldn't be you.
It wouldn't work. This show wouldn't work without Chill being chill, man.
Chill's got to be chill.
The chill ticks.
Well, then, do you disagree with what I said about when they paid money right now to spotlight those creators? They're empowering them. Wouldn't you agree with that?
No, not necessarily. I mean, they let somebody on this panel know about Jester Bell that didn't know who they were before. So, yeah,
it doesn't mean I'm going to go look her up. I at least know who the fuck Jester Bell is now.
Sure.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with what you said, but when it comes to supers, for me, they send them money. They can say,
yeah,
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. We can, hey, that's fine.
Yeah, and I read it. I just disagreed with it, but I appreciate the money though. Like that support, it's still support, right? It is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you pay money to say some shit I disagree with, you will especially those diaspora war ones. Ooh, I'm not shutting up on that.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying like fold to the money.
You just say know when to hold and fold.
Yeah, know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
All right, I have folded. I mean, I've unfolded. Whichever one I just did. Appreciate you for being here, everybody. Marcus, I just saw that yawn. Are you done?
What? No, yeah, about.
About.
What time is it where you are, Marcus? You're where?
Going on 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I was going on 12.
Too.
You said 2.
No, I said I'm on the East Coast too.
Oh, East Coast. Okay, so I'm the only one going 12. About to be midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, you got anything to share? What you're doing coming up?
Well, since he mentioned me again, if nobody's caught up on it, go watch my video on Blurred Without Fear. And we'll be live again. We'll be live on Sunday at 4:30. Catch Dubs and L's, catch Back of the Bus. Have a good time.
My dumbass was about to start some more drama because I thought he was live, and I thought that thumbnail you used for your video was his live thumbnail. I was about to tell you. I was about to message you about that. Like, nigga, you better go look at this.
It ain't nothing Ernie could say to me, man. It ain't nothing he could say.
I don't know who these people are. I learned them from you guys. I done been invited into this whole new world. I don't even know who these people are.
you ain't missing nothing. You ain't
doing great.
Nothing.
No, I've learned over the past week or two because I watched Dre Mac's video. But yeah.
Yeah, no, Dre Max was funny. Yeah,
say my name, Ernie. Say my name.
Anyways, we got Pokemon turning 30. I'm looking forward to the big events tomorrow. It'll be at like 12 hours from right now. They're about to go and announce the new game 8 hours from now.
I know they lost their mind with that $900 Lego set. I want to get it though, but I want to get it and never open it because if it's $900 now, imagine how much that mug gonna be because it's Pokemon. Imagine how much it's gonna be in like 5 years.
That's disgusting. $900. That's why I hate taking my son in that damn Lego store. It don't even make no sense. This is not a children's store.
It's not.
It's just not. Why are you marketing me to bring my kids in here? These are some adult ass prices. This should be marketed to me.
They are high.
Logan Paul.
High, bro. Yeah, that's funny. Tina, you got anything going on?
I go live tomorrow. That's it. 6 o'clock-ish. I'm gonna aim for it. I'm gonna have to move mine to Fridays. I ain't gonna be able to do Saturdays no more. I'll be talking about some of the same stuff y'all talked about. I'm gonna go back and watch y'all replay.
The Untamed Viola Davis comic book story?
Yes, I'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's all I got.
Sure.
Chill. What are we doing tomorrow? Anything?
Yeah, I think I'm occupied in the morning.
News depending.
Yeah.
News depending anything. Now I know for sure we'll probably be Monday, but
I'll talk about Pokemon tomorrow for sure because I'll be hyped. And I don't know how interested you'll be, but they're supposed to be announcing mobile stuff. There are a lot of things basically, so I'll talk about something there. And then
I need to get into because Q is into this shit too. these cards posted. Now I know Pokemon because
Damn, you
like,
gonna start collecting Pokemon cards before you watch
not.
wrestling? That's nuts.
I'm not.
That is
not.
insane.
But hold
Man,
on.
hold on. Williams on TV, but you gonna buy a pack of Pokemon cards?
I liked Pokemon growing up. I liked Pokemon growing up. I just don't like all this new stuff they do with Pokemon. Like, who are all these new Pokemon? Like, you got Pokemon living in space and stuff. I'm like, hey, bro, what happened? so yeah. But I'm not. Oh no, I'm not collecting them. But I want some of these ones that's like $500,000.
Yeah, I bet everybody else do too. Why $500,000?
They are gonna start putting, because people are acting crazy with these. They're robbing GameStops, filling up baskets the minute they put them on the shelves at Walmart. So nobody. I saw a TikTok video of these grown men about to box over this dude because he put all of them in his basket right when they put them on the shelf, and everybody was like, "That's not fair." And he was like, and the Walmart was like, "They're in his basket, so he's basically purchasing them." I know, like you need to. And people are trying to steal them out of them. Like, bro, that's crazy. They robbed a GameStop for them. Okay, they're gonna start putting like little trackers in these cards and making these nerds suffer. Yeah, it's crazy, but they're worth a lot of money. So,
I bet.
If
are they not making Pokemon cards anymore?
$500,000 one, I'd be very appreciative. No, they still make these.
The first edition of a Pokemon card from 1999 is very valuable, so those are worth lots of money.
Okay.
For Charizard Blastoise.
Search my basement at home, see if I still got my books.
Man, I wish. See, Henry, this is the last story I will tell. Me, Henry, growing up, Henry was the Pokemon person, but we both loved Lego. So Henry had like 4 or 5 flip books of just, and these are like the early ones, like he was talking about. We traded them all for Legos, and we talk about that to this day, and we regret. Damn.
Good God.
I know. Yeah, we were kids and stupid. Didn't know Pokemon was gonna rule a nerdom as we were in our
Just
30s.
like you didn't know wrestling was gonna rule the nerdom. Let me get your opinion on some of this. You know who's that on the right side?
Oh God, I saw this. I'm so lost.
On the right side.
Come here, Grayson Waller. Back your ass up, baby. Back up.
Watch this. Watch this distraction.
He just offset the entire complexion of this match.
Oh my God, he offset the entire complexion of the match. Javon Evans wins from interference of Offset. What do you think about that? Tina first. Let's go, Tina. How you feel about that?
I like that Offset is out doing positive things and trying to get it together. I like that for Offset.
They were in Atlanta. That's why he was there.
Oh,
Darius?
makes sense.
Hey, I just like seeing us have fun.
That's right. Black boy joy.
Yeah. Sure. That was cool. And his acrobatic backflip was dope.
Hey, his tax debt has been cleared up. Is he divorced yet?
No.
Oh. But I thought it was. Never mind. This not the place for that. I just wondered.
I thought he was missing Cardi. Wasn't he on somebody's?
Yeah, well, I thought he was holding everything up because he wanted, his tax debt paid. That's what I was hearing. I heard he was broke and that he needed others to pay his debts, and that's why I wasn't going through. So I was just curious. I just wanted to know if he was.
Well, she definitely has it. She just made what, $12 million off her first 2. How much she just made? She's not giving him a dime.
Look, she is one who will fight you tooth and nail too. She will fight. She don't care.
All right, now that we know that other situation is cleared up, don't y'all be upset because we already know what the pattern is. Don't y'all get mad. Don't y'all get mad. Y'all just expect what y'all should have already expected in the first place.
I wouldn't get mad. I would like it if they worked it out. I always said that dude was supposed to be her fun guy. She should have never got pregnant from him. That was just your fun guy.
That shit was crazy. That shit was insane. And then she tried to explain it like he was the replacement. But anyways, the amount of vitriol that man is taking in the aftermath of this stuff made it seem like she was never ever going back. But don't y'all be surprised now. Don't y'all be surprised.
People reconcile all the time. People make up and break up.
She might invite him on tour. She's having a hell of a tour right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a clout
Reach
reunion. We do anything
Yeah.
for clout. We do anything for clout.
Hey, side note, I really like Cardi B's song "What's Going On" with Lizzo. I like that one better than the one that they got with Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fuck
like
a
the
Nicki
song.
Minaj. Fuck a on Onika. I don't wanna fuck with
KJ
her.
says, "Don't forget to watch Black Indies wrestlers." Man, I wish I could point to someone who's like doing phenomenal. Who's a Black independent
Sosa,
wrestler?
something Sosa. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, Ricky
He's
Sosa
got the
in
Chief,
Belgium.
You got the Chief Keef entrance. I like him.
There we go, Ricky Sosa. If you're in Belgium, go check him out.
Where is Chief?
Sosa. Bang, bang.
You know, remember when I asked the other day where Jonathan is, the baby? He did a interview. He did an interview where he said he chose to fall off because he wasn't gonna be played in the industry, and people were like, "Wait, this is the same dude that wore a diaper?"
Yeah, it's the
Hey,
same.
niggas
dude.
will really say anything, Darius. They will get in front of these mics and say anything that they think people will believe. Yeah. No, actually, I tried to fall off. Like I ain't want to be up there. It didn't suit me.
All right, Kurt.
Hey,
All
by
right, Kurt.
popular demand, the baby.
If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up, go put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up. They are
Get your bread up. I'm too fly with $2. Speaking of ATL, shout out to the Paradox, a Black band.
Yeah, I've been seeing them.
Oh, this is that those young kids, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw them. I was like,
Shout out
come
to the
on, we
Paradox.
can do anything we want to do.
Yeah.
We about to take hockey from them next.
Hey, don't let us on the ice, baby. Don't let us on the ice.
Oh,
That's that young
man.
band. Yeah, shout out to them, that group of boys. Shout out
Jerome
to them.
McGinley was captain of Team Canada in 2020 when we won it. So I don't want to say, oh, the hockey needs to be. No, hockey has made strides. I'm just saying. And then the Paradox band, they copyright struck us the last time we tried to play them. So no, you're not getting
Probably
They
their
copyright
label.
strike. They
It's
said,
probably
hey,
their
bro,
label.
we
It
are.
wasn't them,
They
most
need
likely.
it. They need
Yeah, I was about to say,
it.
we
They
are up and
grinding.
That's that
Whoever
money.
they signed to did that. That wasn't them.
You know what?
Mr.
That's
Dangerfield.
a strike I support.
Yeah, I can take that one.
Let me give them some money.
Take that one on the chin.
Let me go find a song for them, put them in a super chat, immortalize them on Pantheon. But they were like number one on the top 100 charts for rock or punk rock, whatever their category was. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
TikTok, man. TikTok is blowing them up, man.
That is cool. Happy for them. They sound good. They sound just like that. Because I was wondering, you know, I asked this question one time and she'll shut me down. I just want to know what happened to those white people like that. What happened to that music? What happened to Green Day? And
They're
When You
my
See
life's
Nice
in
Yes, what happened to that?
This is my last resort.
Bring that back.
Segregation.
When you see my face, hope it gives you hell. Bring that
It
back.
gives you hell.
Yeah, I like that. Hey,
The world
I
needs
miss
more
that.
Haley Williams. We need more of them type of white girls.
Paramore, man. Haley Williams could sing my ass off though.
Ain't
She
it
was one of them white girls that could sing.
fine? Ain't it fine?
When I shot you down, I think I said the garage bands are lesser because we have less garages and the middle class is being decreased. That's what I said, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Uh.
Yeah, because I was wanting to have I was like, man, what happened to them? Like Green Day. But you know what? I fucked with Green Day then when it was Wake Me Up When September, and I fuck with them now because they're against MAGA. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go
They've
Green
been
Day.
woke. They said, "Wake me up."
I
Go
said that
Green
too. We
Day.
need boy bands and everything. We ain't got boy bands. We like where the boy bands? Where the young boys singing love songs? We just lost
Because it
society.
ain't no more groups no more. All of the groups split up to be solo artists, and they all
Yeah.
make adult content. And it ain't no more. There's no more
just-
youth music.
I just
Yeah.
watched a reality show that Simon Cowell put out on Netflix, and he is doing the same thing because he put One Direction together and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
he's trying to put. He's like, what he said the same thing. Why are there no more bands? So he did this whole audition process. I'm sorry, and I'm not even trying to be funny. There are 2-3 boys on that group, and maybe that's all you need because you don't need everybody to be a voice, but 2-3 boys on that group that can sing. There's 7 of them in the group.
Too many.
He couldn't. That's what I said. I said it's too many, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to split them. He was like, I couldn't do it. I think they're all fantastic. I'm like, you are not the Simon Cowell that used to send people home crying in tears. You're not the same. So anyway, they're a little band. I forget the name of them, but hey, be looking for them. There's a couple of Brits.
You know about the S Club 7?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a British band, but they had 7 members.
Dana
I don't know
Kane
nothing about
had
'em.
7, didn't they?
Stamina, somebody.
All right. Anything else to share?
K-pop came and ate them all up. Cat's Eye Drama is something too.
Nah, I mean, K-pop
K-pop
is
is-
huge. Don't get me wrong, it's huge, but I feel like it's not really infiltrating like American pop culture like the old boy bands used to do. Like anybody knew who the freaking Backstreet Boys was in NSYNC. If I asked my mom about a K-pop, she gonna be like, who?
It's because we done already seen it, Tina. They're
Yeah.
kind of just rewashing early 2000s pop and R&B.
Yeah.
And
It'll come back.
modernizing it for their audience.
Like,
so
yeah, it'll like all this old stuff, like how they're doing this whole 90s fetish right now. Those bands are gonna come back. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, we got to do these bands, and they're gonna get a boy band together. They'll be back.
I don't think so. I think people realize they don't make no money in music no more, and the executives don't want to push that. They don't want to do it.
You're right. They may not be back because they got AI songs, whole ass AI artists on the radio. So
anything that they can tour off of, they want to do. So if that ends up being an AI artist, if that ends up being some new band, anything that they can tour on, they like. So if something pops, that'll be the next thing that everybody copies.
Yeah.
AI.
Before we go, y'all got to play my meme that it was a scheme that Todd set up. I can't believe
Look it up. Yeah.
I got it right here. Hold on. I'll see if I can upload it. I cannot believe Darius. I just knew you would know.
Like,
You be
who the
watching
hell is
reality
Todd?
TV.
Yeah,
but
could
have been scheme.
And this was early Real Housewives.
Yeah. So this was when they was trying to tell Candy.
You're talking
Candy,
about old girl from
yeah.
What is she from? Total.
Are you black?
Or
Escape.
Sorry, my bad.
And they was trying to tell her don't marry Todd. And the auntie was like, listen, I'm telling you, this is the scheme that Todd is setting up. He gonna end up taking all your money. And you see what's going on today. But anyway, they're divorcing and he's trying to take her money.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.
Hey, but she had it. She had it all along. I
black
told
auntie,
your ass
black
it was a scheme that Todd set up to go with that bullshit. Told your ass. Don't want to
Black
listen to nobody.
aunties. This was 10, 12 years ago. She told Candy, like, I'm telling you, that man is gonna marry you and take your money. It is he's setting a scheme up. So that's why when we was talking about the BAFTAs, I'm like, y'all, this was a scheme that Todd set up.
That's funny.
Yeah, and what are we gonna do about it? I really hope we get that Avengers Assemble of every black actor from Kerry Washington to Aaron Pierre, but I don't know.
You know Zoe not gonna be there.
But what does that do? Let's say we all get up there Saturday with the NAACP Awards and we stand side. Like, what the fuck does that do?
That's true. I agree with
it's
that.
symbolism. It is just like the kente cloth and the politicians, all that. It is symbolism, but sometimes that does uplift spirits and does result in the change. Like if people's good spirits and okay, we're all together with this, good. Well, we're F the BAFTAs. Like a common enemy kind of helps morale. Like when Danzo revealed that Naruto had the nine-tailed in him, and all the people just hated him, and they kept them all united on Konoha. Remember that? It's like that.
I think their spirits are going to be lifted just being around other black people, but like y'all all know, we all don't think the same. We all are not going to get on the same page, because just as sure, if, like somebody says, if Aaron Pierre has a starring role, he's going to the BAFTAs next year. No, people are not going to back out. Yeah, look, like y'all said earlier, people have not boycotted the Grammys. Jay-Z been talking about it for so long, his ass still showed up 5 years later. You back? What you doing back? Why you back?
And yeah, that's why I think phone calls need to be made, and everyone needs to be united on it. Don't do the statement without the no. We talked, like, we're all gonna not show up. We're all condemning it, and if you're not gonna do that, then don't do it at all. This is a stupid comment. So now Aaron Pierre's black, but he can't play Black Panther, right? Silly.
You doing your own thing. You shouldn't have highlighted him. You shouldn't have platformed him. See?
You're right, but the reason I did so was so that you can see what I mean when I say Arthur Rose. Even when he sends super chats, he is a diaspora warrior. He is an enemy to the cause, and I rebuke.
Yeah. Now you might be on to something with Arthur. You might
be one comment, Darius. I was right. Chillmonger's always right. Part 11.
You might be, because this ain't the first time Arthur then came in here and tried to stir some pots. So you might be on something with him. Because that is a silly one. So now Aaron Pierre ain't black, huh? I didn't know the brother
who said
wasn't black.
That's Nate Moore.
Shit, we not even all aligned in this space. That's why everybody, I guess, been arguing the past 2 weeks. Like, not us.
Nah.
Like,
hey, look.
I ain't throwing no shade because I'm in and out. I don't know. I'm just saying. You ain't gonna get all them black people at the NAACP Awards to take a stand.
You right, Tina, because it's always gonna be one over there wearing that burglar mask, doing his tap dance. You know what I'm saying? So we can't all just get together. You're absolutely right. It's always one.
Pick me.
I think Aaron Pierre is too dark to play Casper Cole. Like the old Casper Cole, the new one. I don't know what they were doing there.
I thought Casper Cole was light skinned.
Yeah,
very light though. Like Aaron Pierre is too dark for Casper.
No.
Except if you read
Aaron Pierre is a light bright. Where do y'all get this?
Light
Where Aaron Pierre is brown. He's very light.
Yeah, Aaron Pierre is very light skinned. He is very light.
He is a light man, or maybe his eyes make him lighter, but he's a light man.
He has a very yellow hue. Golden.
And it could be a regional thing too. I learned that depending on what region you're from, people consider different things light skin. So
yeah, what's her name from South Africa? She had a problem where she wouldn't answer the question on Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
Was there makes me sweat?
Tyra.
Yeah. And she just wouldn't say so when all she needed to say was, well, we have the word colored, we have the word black, and we have the word mixed, and all she needed to do was explain that, but she didn't. And then so she doesn't consider herself black because that's what South Africa doesn't consider black.
Yeah. And
I'm okay with it. I'm just as long as I learn and I know what the lingo is in different lands, I'm not gonna jump on anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know that his eyes make him any lighter. The brother is light blind.
Darius. Darius. That's not an accurate. I don't know no black man that color. What the hell is that?
That's like Aubrey Graham.
He's gray.
Like, I don't know who that is.
That's Tyreek Withers.
That man is gray.
But even Tyreek got a little color. That's a white man. That's a white man.
Pasty. That's Tombstone.
But in the latest Black Panther, he showed up and his skin like was so dark compared to what he's supposed to be. I was very confused by that one. That was bizarre.
Could be the lighting on some of these pictures, but
yeah, like Lauren said, that's albino. That is not a light-skinned black man. That's Tombstone, like y'all said.
Yeah. It's still nothing from Lantis for him.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, we're set.
No,
I was just we're set. I was just asking. Just nothing from Lantis. We were just on.
Fall asleep on here.
We were on the Aaron Pierre. I was just lanterns. But hey, no, nothing. I have nothing. Nothing to share.
Let's call it. Hey, let's Tina, introduce the guy who ends our show.
Why am I going blank? Y'all, I'm too old. Damn it. What's back of the bus's name? What's his name?
Josh.
Damn. Josh. Yeah.
Hey, I've been watching y'all every single time on Thursday and Friday because I swear to God, y'all switch up every now and then. But rock out. I'm fucking with it. I'm out.
Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
All right, dog.